Hey everybody, welcome back to Poogers. This is MAP34, Minesweeper. Complete with Chip's challenge music. Alright, let's bump that down, it's a little loud. Okay, so, oh my god, this really is Minesweeper, isn't it? So, 0. That's a good start. 1, alright, just kind of move from here. Boy. Yeah, it's not really enough information to go on, unfortunately. I'm gonna go down here. 0. 1. 0. 1. Ooh, that was... I didn't actually mean to hit that one, so it's a good thing it wasn't anything. Oh boy. So you could literally be any of these that are facing me. With this one, it could be... kind of the same deal. But I'm thinking this is probably very unlikely. Yep. It's probably this one right here. 2. So that could mean that these two are it in that one. I think, yeah, I'm like 99% sure this one's a mine. Oh boy. So, Right, so, let's see. Let me think. I can tell you right now, this isn't gonna lend itself very well to meaningful commentary. Oh, this is a big one, isn't it? Oh, that's cool! That's really cool. Oh, that's so much easier. Holy crap. Alright, it's like the real thing. Oh, I like how it actually shows that... Oh, all these are 0. Nice, okay. Well, let's just go to town then. Right. So, I will say I've played a fair amount of Minesweeper. I'm not the best at it. So what does this do? I guess these are just return teleporters. So what is up there? I'm curious. Alright, anyway. Yeah, I'm really not the best at it. Because that's the thing, it's like right here. I mean, the 2s are kind of helping a little bit because... Actually, yeah, this is guaranteed to be a mine. Which means that this can't be 1 because that's already adjacent, so... 4! It's just keep on coming, baby, don't they? Alright, so pretty much all these except 1 on this space are going to be mines. Will you be mine? Although, see if it's these ones here. Then it can't be this one. Although it could be this one. You know, it's funny, but I could actually... Unfortunately, I think I only have like... Is there still a limit of 10? Oh, there's not! Holy shit, I found my flags! Alright, well, flag that one. Oh man, it's the little things in life, right? It's a little more distracting than the normal flag, but that's fine. This music is going to drive me absolutely fucking batty, I guarantee it. Alright, so this one can't be it because this one's already adjacent to 1 that we know is a mine. Do you mine? Alright, and this has to be 1 here, because that's the only one that this one is... Oh, balls. I hit F for flag! Which means that this one isn't going to be 1. Alright, cool, cool. We're off to a good start. Okay, 0, that means that this one is nothing. And again, this one is a mine. I'm hitting M for these, by the way, in case you weren't aware. C clears them. So this one, and this one already has 1 right down there, so that means that this one's got to be a 1, which means that this one's also clear. Same deal here. It's funny with this because there's an additional challenge, because obviously with Minesweeper you could normally tackle it in any order. You could tackle any part of the board at a time. With this one, you're obviously limited to, well... basically attacking it from the left side to the right side. I'm guessing the 147 enemies are probably they're probably the mines. In fact, I'm actually kind of curious. Let me drop a save real quick, and, okay, that's a little nasty. I was expecting no less, though. No less from this thing of madness. Right, so these are all 2s right here. Also see, that means I was correct about that one. Alright, unfortunately this 4 is surrounded by 5 blocks, so I'm not 100% confident with that one. I know there's ways of solving Minesweeper quickly, but I am still very much a noob at it, so don't mind me. Don't mind me. Now these 2 are going to share one. It's going to be one of these 2. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the only possible way. Yeah, because this one will only face these 2 blocks. These other ones are kind of fair game, though. Well, actually, hold on. Nope, 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 nope. Right here. These 2 right here. Alright, good. That's a 1, so we can loop around here. 3. Goodness gracious, this is one of those things I never thought I'd do. Actually, wasn't there like a classic map set that had a game of Minesweeper in it? I could have sworn there was. I don't think it was this elaborate, but I'm pretty sure it exists. So this Chips Challenge music is just... I'm gonna keep it playing though, at least for now. See, like that 3 has 4 blocks surrounding it. But I'm used to beginner games. This is gonna take a while, isn't it? And yeah, I could just look up the map, but I'm not gonna. Why would I do a thing like that? Oh, right, okay. So this one over here. Yeah, because that one's already adjacent to 1. I'm gonna do periodic saves though, because I do not want to end up losing my progress because I did one stupid vile... I made one vile mistake. Snort, snort. Right, so what else do we have? I gotta look for ones that I missed, like obvious ones like this one here. I don't know though, let's see. I don't think I'm quite at the limits of what logic can do. I don't think so. I could be wrong. I could be very wrong. I could be sorely mistaken, but... Let's see, if this one being 2, that's a definite candidate. But then again, so is this one with this one and this one. So one thing that doesn't help is I don't know how many mines there are. Because, oh geez, what's up here? That might have been the starting area. Oh, duh. Okay. Yeah, there's already one. Okay, alright. That's the thing, you just gotta not derp. And that's the problem with some of us. Right, again, like I said, no insightful commentary here. Just me trying to figure this one out. So I'd say commentary is making it a lot worse, because I feel the need to talk, but talking is very non-conducive to trying to solve puzzles. Who would have thought? Aside from just mumbling under my breath, but, you know. I keep wanting to say that it's probably, this one's probably safe. But man, I am not up on my advanced minesweeping, so that's, it's a bit of a gamble. So this one's definitely... See, because this one, I don't... This one over here could be either this one or this one. And I don't think I have enough data to know for sure. Because this 4 could be that, and that. Note the rotations on my player thing. That's kind of what I'm going to do to point things out. And then this 2 could be that one and that one. So this one could be... Yeah, either of these 2 could be empty. This 2 can be either... Well, it's already that one, and either that one or that one. And that would actually satisfy this 2 as well. So, one of these 2. Probably not this one, though. Right over here. Yeah, in fact, this one in the corner. Can I actually press that? Okay, good. Right, okay. Now, this one could be either... This one's a bit trickier, I think, because it could be either this one or this one, and that would satisfy all 3 of these 2s. Right. And this 3 is surrounded by 4 blocks, which makes that a little bit tricky. Oh, wait, we found another guaranteed. Just get in the... I can't center it. I can't center it, and it's making me upset. Alright, fine. Good enough. Alright, so that 2 is satisfied as well, which means that this one up here is safe. Alright, cool. And one of these ones has to be it. This one could actually be either one. Wait, no. This 2 is satisfied, which means that this one's safe. Alright, cool. So we're making things happen. And that kind of... Does that limit things? Because we know one of the blocks for this 2. Let's do one of those. We know one of the blocks for this one, but not the second. And it could be either this one or one of these other ones around it. Let's kind of make our way back down here, I suppose. Oh, yep, okay. That one already has... We already have a candidate for that, so... There's 3. It's getting worse before it gets better, folks. Well, I've already found 5 guaranteed mine locations, so that's kind of neat. And we can be fairly certain that there's 147 mines. This is a pretty big minefield after all. So, and yeah, it's possible to brute force this with saves, but you know what? I don't really want to do that. Oh wait, that too? You know what? We actually have a guaranteed candidate for that, so right there. Because this 2 can only have these 2 blocks. That means that 3 is satisfied, the 2 above it's satisfied, and these 1s are satisfied. There we go. And I'm feeling pretty satisfied. So we got these 3 blocks as well. Those are guaranteed safe. Got a 0, that's good. 0 also counts for diagonals. And we've also got... Yeah, this one's safe. Look at that. We're still making progress. Isn't that great? This one can only be... There we are. It can only be this one. So that is a known dangerous square. Which means that these 2s are satisfied. Okay, good. Right. This isn't too horrible so far, but then again, we're not even a third of the way through it. Alright, so... Got that 3, those 2 3s, rather. This 2... The only other block it could be is the one right in front of me, so this one has a mine, which means this 2 is satisfied. This 1 is satisfied, so it can't be this one. This block is safe. Okay. So you just gotta use your head, which means I'm... Okay, maybe not as screwed as I thought I was gonna be. So this 3, we already It has to be those two. This two is satisfied. Sounds really weird to say that something is satisfied in this manner, but you know what? If the shoe fits. And this is the only block that that'll satisfy this one. So there we go. Is the 4? No, the 4 is not good. I do like the idea of using arch vials to be the mines. Alright, this 2 is good. Alright, so far so good. Right. 3. I've only got 1 3 around there. The 4 still has 1 unknown block. These 2s are still... Yeah, down here is where things have kind of been suffering and neglected for a little while. I think we're more or less good on like the top half though, so far. Oh right, of course, this one. But if we can work our way down, that would actually work too. I don't know if that's going to be... how feasible it's going to be. I guess we'll find out. Unknown. Player unknown's Minesweeper grounds? I don't know. Just kind of carefully looking over this at this point, just to see what we have solved and what we don't. I think we're kind of at that point where we need to think, which, oh no. What can I say? So we got this one here, but it could either be... I mean, it's guaranteed to be that one down there, but then it could be one of these two. So let's just flag... Oh, jeez. Flag this one. God, if I run out of flags, that's going to be very disappointing. But it did let me place more than 10, which was the original limit, so we might be okay. So that doesn't really fully satisfy anything. Least of all me. Well, one thing that I can see is that it could be either this one or this one. I think. Hold on, let me think. No, not really. It could be... Yeah, it could be both of those. Never mind. The 2's good. That's a mine. Do you mine? Jeez. Anyway. Alright, I'm just... Gotta calm down. Gotta think. I gotta say though, I did not expect to... Well, okay, I half expected to start up dsda and have to do puzzles. It's kind of just how things go, isn't that right? Especially when a map's called Minesweeper. See, I don't see any stray paths. Of course I could be missing something. Like I said, I'm a bit of a Minesweeper noob, so I'm sure there's probably people who are good at Minesweeper who are screaming right now. And in which case, yeah, just calm down. It's gonna be okay. This is going to be the most boring episode, I think, for people who don't like puzzle games. But that's okay. You're gonna have those once in a while. That 3... See, that's the thing. It's like, it's still getting me, because like these 2's over here, do we resolve it with this one or this one? So basically, is it going to contribute to this 3 and finish that off, or is it going to contribute to this 4? And do we have any other diagonals that I can reveal safely? I'm not seeing any. Although, funny enough, revealing an arch file in a diagonal would actually be... I mean, it wouldn't be fun killing them, but it would be possible. Unless there's some sort of... Hold on, I'm curious now. What happens if I fire a shot? Never mind. I stand corrected. So that's what those teleporters are for. Man, you know, it's funny. I've been in the map screen for so long, it's funny to think that it actually looks like this. Alright, well, this is the easier way to play it, though. I don't think there's any denying that. We're playing 2D Doom, featuring Minesweeper, because why not? There's got to be something really obvious that I'm missing. That's my theory. That's my game theory. I'm gonna have this song stuck in my head for the rest of the day, and I hope you guys do too. I sincerely do. Alright, so 4 is... It's gotta look for just a dead-end path of some sort. That's the thing. I'm kind of leaning towards down here because this is an area that I haven't explored enough, I don't think. So we got this 2 resolved, that 3, that pesky 3 is not resolved, that 4 is not resolved. This one is still surrounded by 5 blocks. Let's see. See, my gut's telling me that there's probably no mine here. So let's see. Let's think this through. Let's just kind of brute force this. So if we assume that there's a block here, here, and here, that would resolve the 4, and that would resolve the 2, but that would not resolve the 1. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. So maybe not in this diagonal? And let's see. We know that the block is probably going to be here in that case. There we go. And I believe... Yes, okay. Alright, good, good. That's some of that logic that you need to use for these types of games, I guess. Oh boy, I better not accidentally hit the mouse button. That'd be funny. Especially now that I know it's going to happen. Alright, hold up just a moment. Hold up, just... I don't know, let's do like... 16? Okay, that's maybe a little bit too much. Sure, there we go. Okay. I just couldn't do it anymore, I'm sorry. One can only chips challenge so much. So, yeah, that 2 is resolved, so this one's safe. Which means that we finally managed to resolve that. Okay, no, this MIDI's bad. Yeah, we'll go with that. Alright. Oh, shit. I don't suppose I can... Nope, you can't undo map markers. That's funny. Alright, anyway. I guess we'll just go ahead and leave that marker there. But anyway, we've resolved this too. Wait a second. Oh, yeah. Okay. Sorry, had a moment. Had a brain fart. We've resolved that 4. We've resolved this 3 over here. And, yep, that 3. This 4. Oh, geez, it's literally just looping the opening of this song, isn't it? Right. Let me just go ahead and... Oh, I actually have the track list up. That's good. So, there we go. Jeez. Anyway. Try to find a song that's not a shitpost. Good luck. So this 4 is not yet resolved. Yeah, and see that? The moment, like the thing down here, which then again, that did require a little bit more, I guess, looking ahead. But yeah, it's the type of stuff people would be probably yelling at their monitor over. Right, so that 4 is resolved, which means we can... Wait, hold on. Nope, it's not. This one down here is. Jesus. There we go. That 3 is not resolved. This 4 is not resolved up here. So I wonder if I can use similar, like, think ahead logic. I don't know, look aheads, whatever. I don't know if that's really going to work, though, because there's no, like, there's no other cells to resolve. It's just this 3 and the 1, and either one of these would resolve both of them. This 3 here, this would resolve this as well as this 2, but then this 3 would require 2 over... See, there we go. If we resolved this 3 using this cell, that would also resolve this 2, but then that would leave this 3 to be this and this, which is not possible. So I do believe this one here is safe. And this one and this one are flagged, which means that this is safe, and this is safe. Still don't have an answer for these ones, but we might be able to loop around. This 3 is also good. This 2 is resolved. Okay, it's just a 1, which means that this one up here is safe. And this one has a mine. This is safe. This is already resolved, so we're good here. Same with this one. Alright, cool. See, we're doing it. Slowly but surely. That one's resolved, so this one's good. That 3 to my left is resolved, so this is safe. And... fuck, I did it again! Okay, keep wanting to hit F for flag, but that's, again, not what it is. And there's no way of centering it, unfortunately. That's driving me nuts. So to resolve that 1-3, it's going to be this one here, which resolves this one. There we are. Yeah, making progress. Now, let's see more and more of the wall as we move on. Alright, so... how far along are we? Not even close. And we are 28 minutes in. So I dearly hope that everyone's watching this video on like 2x speed. Otherwise, you're literally just watching somebody solve Minesweeper. Maybe it's your thing. I don't know. I can't say it would be the first thing I would leap to when it comes to YouTubing. But, hey, you know, more power to you. There's a lot of different stuff on this platform. So much media to consume. So this would resolve the 3 that's to the left of me. And it would also resolve the 3 that I was standing on. That 4 is still unresolved, unfortunately. 2's good. That 3's not so good. Okay. And I know I'm jinxing myself by saying this, but I'm going to be very, very stoked if I manage to solve this without any mine explosions, or I should say archvile explosions. Remember, the one I did was intentional. Okay, so that one... F. We have a resolution for this one because this is the only spot that it could be. Does not resolve that 2. Oh, and this 2 is also resolved because the spot to the right of me is the only spot that could be. Doesn't resolve that 3, but we know this block is going to be safe. Alright, cool. So we got a little bit of a mess up here. Probably think ahead on that one, but we'll just stroll down here and see what we got. Now it is kind of funny though, because like any mistake you make is instant death. So it's like the real thing. GG and stuff. So I wonder how many Archies are mines and how many Archies are just there for, well, you firing a random shot. I don't know. There are quite a few mines so far. Like, this is legitimately the most difficult game of Minesweeper I've played to date. So, it's got to count for something, I think. Right. Alright, so let's kind of just make our way back up here. And so those 2. There's 3. That 4 has 1 extra block, one of which is not going to be a mine. And one of which is. We have nothing for this 2. This 2? Oh no, we do have one thing for this 2. So maybe we can use this as a kind of a kickoff point. Oh, I don't know, that 3. Well, no, actually, that is helpful. Because this 3. Maybe it's helpful. I don't know. The 3 only has 1 thing next to it. And yeah, it could either be this one. It's always going to be this one. We know that for sure. Which actually resolves that 4. Because if it were both of these, then that 2 would have, well, it would be over-resolved. I don't know. I don't know if there's any actual technical terminology for Minesweeper. There we go. 3, not resolved, of course. Why would it be? Why would our lives be easy? Although that might help us solve this stuff down here. So we got 3 candidates around this one, 3 candidates around this one. If we have something here, it resolves both of those. If we have something here, it only resolves one of them. Either way, it's going to resolve this 4. Yeah, it's not really enough info. Although, I think at this point... Can we mark this as safe? I'm not sure about that. Really not sure. Because this 4 can be either of these 2. This 3 can be either of these 2, but not both. If we have this one, then that would resolve this 3, which would mean that it has to be this one. Yeah, it's maybe... The 4D chest on this one is maybe a little bit too much. Oh, wait, nope. We can say that for sure that this one's safe now. 0! I like to see that. Because that gives me, it gives me some options. And you know what? With this one... Process of elimination. That one's a mine. Which means that this one is not. Okay. I mean, I got us a little ways through it. Man, this would have had to take some time to get this all put in here. Well, I mean, I guess there's a lot of copy and pasting with the numbers and what have you, but... You know, one thing I haven't seen is anything higher than 4. So the number of mines isn't extraordinarily high or anything. I don't remember when the last time I saved is, so we're going to go ahead and do it. Alright, so those... Okay, so that 4 is completely good. But unfortunately it's isolated, so that doesn't really help us elsewhere. These 2s are good. That 4. Oh, look at that. This 4 here. Hold on, wait a second. What? No, I got something wrong here. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because with this 4. Oh no, it has 3 around it. Never mind. We're good. This 2's a bit of a wild one. 3. Again, it could be one of these, but not both. 4. Oh, alright, here we go. So this one is a guaranteed mine, because this 3 here only has 3 open spots around it. So this 4, one of these 2 spots is... It's going to be 2 of these ones. So I don't have enough information to even begin to guess, or begin to logically assume which one either one of them could be. This 3 here... Again, not enough information, but it's going to be one of these 3. The odds are a little better there. Alright. 35 minutes, 12 seconds. Oh boy. God, if I have to make this one a 2-parter. I don't know, I wasn't expecting it to be this big of a board for one. We're not even halfway through. Maybe I'll split it into 2 recordings and just concatenate them together. Thankfully, I'm getting to this one early, so that is actually doable. Because I am getting hungry. Wait, let's think about this area down here. So, got these 2. So it could be here and here. Actually, no, these ones... Yeah, duh. These 2 have to be it. No, it's... No, fuck. Shit. Cock. Hold on, I gotta screenshot this real quick. And, let's just clear the markers and then just recreate them. How about that? Alright, so not those 2. Yeah, I forgot about this one entirely. So apparently, maybe the flags aren't, or the map markers aren't distracting enough. Teehee. God, I wonder if this was the intended way of flagging mines. I wonder how many people even know about Doom's map markers. I know it took the letter J by surprise. So, like way back when. There we go. Yep, these are the only possible things for this. Okay. Our markers are A-okay now. I gotta remember, if I do split this into 2 different videos, I really need to remember to take a screenshot, because I don't know if the map markers actually get saved with the file, and that would really suck to lose those. So, okay. Anywho, let's get back to it, I guess. 2's good. Yeah, this is the area that's a bit... I think the hunger isn't helping. To be honest. I'm not as willing to think right now. I don't know, that area feels like kind of a bit of a cluster. So let's start moving our way back up, because I haven't been focusing my attention on that as much lately. Yeah, there's those 2 there, but I don't have a whole lot of information to go on. These 2, okay, so this one only needs 1. Could be either of these. This one already has 1. So if I do it here, it's going to resolve these 2. And then with this one, it can be resolved if I do it there. Or putting it here will resolve all 3. So one thing I can be sure of, I'm pretty sure of, though, is that it can't be this one. Let's see. Let's run it through. Let's run it through. So if we put it there, that would also resolve this one, which means that this one could not be resolved. Alright. course, that brings you back to a 2. Kind of makes me lean towards this being the correct one, but again, I don't have enough information, because for all I know, this one could be right here. That is the furthest we've gotten outwards so far, so that's kind of neat. And this 2 can resolve to either that or that. And again, this one would resolve like all of them. Actually, what happens if we put it here? Then, yeah, that it could be either one of these. Because if I put it here, it'll resolve these 2. If I put it here, it'll resolve all 4 of these. But if it's in the top spot, it could be here, and then take care of the missing ones. So, we're not really sure. We don't know. Alright. And these 1s are all good. What about this 3 right here? So that could be, at this point, any of these blocks over here. Because that 4 already has 2 adjacent to it. So that's not making this any easier. Yeah, this 4 over here, shoot, yeah. Because even if that 3 were those 2, well, one of those 2 far blocks, it could be this one, or this one. Although, this 2 over here already has 1 piece next to it, so it's got to be this one or this one. That still doesn't narrow it down enough, because for all we know, it could be this one and this one in the corner. And that would also resolve this 3 if it were down here. Whoa. Or here for that matter. Yeah, we resolve that other 3. Now we're getting into that 4D chess stuff, which I'm trying to avoid, to be honest. Okay, well, you guys aren't going to notice, but I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording and grab some lunch, because, oh, this minesweeping's building up an appetite. So, yeah, jump cut. Alrighty, we are back. Well, I'm back. You guys probably didn't really go anywhere. Unless you did, because you're literally just watching somebody play first-person Minesweeper. Or third-person, if we count this. So, anyway. Yeah, I've got a few bad placements there, don't I? Yeah, just that one. It's not too bad. So, anyway. Yeah, so we're back to this. Now, what I ended up doing was actually printing this out. And doing a bunch of scribbling. And I think I came up with a couple places. Literally just 2 immediate moves that may or may not be bad. Okay, good. That's one. That was one of them. One other one that I'm thinking is probably statistically unlikely to be a mine is this one here. Okay. What does that actually do for me? I don't know. Although I kind of have a feeling. Well, it doesn't necessarily have to be. Let's go back up. Let's go back up here. This is gonna take a while, isn't it? Okay, you know, this actually is promising because I could say with certainty that that's a mine, which means that this won't be, and this won't be, and this won't be. Nor will this, or this, or this, or these 3. Alright, that was it's more progress than we made for a while. Actually, yeah, this one's resolved too, so we can do that. And oh, it's not going to be this one either. And I can say with certainty because of I don't want to get the keys wrong here. Follow off. I could say with certainty because of this one that's in the corner here, right where I'm standing. That means that this has to be 1, which means that this won't be 1, or this, Or this. Or this. This one's also safe, and so is this one. Alright. And with the way these are laid out, this one that's to the right of me, that's going to be a mine. There we go. Okay, good, good, good. We are... You know, we're doing this slowly but surely. Okay, and this one here. 0! Holy shit. It's so nice to see that. And this one, good. Alright. I think that's worthy of a save. No, that's a load. Oh my god. I forgot how to play this game. Okay. Alright, we're good. We're good, everything's fine. Oh, also this one's safe here, and this one is 2. Or as well, if you prefer. This one here is going to be mined. Do you mind? I think I already used that pun. I don't know. It's been like a couple days since I recorded this, so don't mind me. More zeros? Is that even legal? Is this truly Minesweeper? I don't know. There's like 135 arch files in here. I found out there's 12 of them in the monster closet. Yeah, I actually went back and checked. Okay. This one here. Oh wow, we're like halfway over there now. Sweet. Alright, and this one's safe. Good. Okay. Yeah. Let's go ahead and drop one of these. Like it's hot. Like it's lukewarm in this case. Alright, let's take a quick overview of the situation. This one's going to be a mine for sure, because that 2 can only have mines in 2 places. So we're good here. Okay. That's ambiguous AF. It's kind of menacing music for this too. I like it. Do we have any other guaranteed mine things? Yes, we do, right? Over, where's the pointer? Right there? Yes. Alright, which means this one's safe. I think that's the only one we can kind of glean from that, though. Although, no, this 2 that I'm right here, that also means that, that one's trapped. Okay, that doesn't help me. This 2 is fully resolved, which means I can hit this one in the corner. Good. Now, I think it is possible to actually make a mistake, as long as the arch file is trapped. Yeah. I don't know if you really want to do that, though. Okay, and this 2 is fully resolved as well. So there, and then here. That one is good. So is that one. And here. Okay. So let's see. I'm leaning towards this 2. Oh, wait a minute. This one is also resolved. Oh man, we are actually pretty damn close. I just need to not get cocky, and everything will be okay, right? Right. So what do we have here? If the mine is here, then it resolves this 2, and then this 1. However, the mine can also be up here, which would resolve these 2, and then the other one could be here, which would resolve... Nope, it can't be over there, actually. Because that is good. Which means that this one has to be right here. Perfect. And we have a little bit more purchase over the top. Alright, very good, very good, very good. Right, and that 2... Oh no, it can't be here, because that one to the left of me is already resolved. Perfect. So that one's a mine, right there. It's gotta be, because this 2 that I'm on top of, that's the only other block it can be. Righto. This one over here. Yep, right there. So we're still good, kind of moving our way around there and here. Might as well, right? Okay, this 2 is good. Actually, both of these 2s are good. Right. Yep, and this one in the corner here. Cool. It does seem to be getting more dense as I move to the right. I can't imagine why. Let's see. Don't really want to get to the point where I'm making any more guesses, because those 2 that I hit when I started this were bad enough. Although it did lead to some pretty nice results, though, so I can't really complain about that. Okay, let's see. I'm thinking it's probably... I mean, it could really be any of these. This 3 is kind of a bit of a wild card. Although this 2 could only have 1 block adjacent to it. Same with this one here. This is where I gotta use the old thinking cap. That's not good. Alright, this 2 is not oh, wait, nope, this 2 is resolved because this is the only block you can... There we go, right there. Which means this corner piece right here is good. I mean, not that that really... Oh, no, you know what? I didn't actually look back here. So this 2 is now good. Alright, cool. This is also... I mean, I've said this before, but this is very high on the list of things I didn't expect to be doing in Poogers, which... I mean, it's full of surprises, that's for damn sure. But, you know, Minesweeper? Hey, why not, right? So I think the issue I have here is there's a few ways to resolve all of these. And yeah, it's not good for me. Not good for me at all. So let's kind of lean back here, see if we can kind of maybe sort out some of this bottom section, I guess. So that 2 and that 3, it's still kind of ambiguous. Although that 4... over here is not. See? Right here. It has 4 empty blocks surrounding it. Or 4 uncovered blocks surrounding it. Oh, dang it. It's just... can't quite get the cursor to move where I want it. Yeah, so that's got to be it for those ones, obviously. Which means that this is good. And that has 3 around it, so that one's also safe. This one does not have 2. So be careful there. So let's see. This has one around it. This has 1 around it. This has 1 around it. Yeah, see, this is one of those awkward situations. Wait, no, it's not awkward because it can only be the centerpiece. See, because if there's 1 here and 1 here, then this 2 would have 3 next to it. So yeah, it's got to be this one, and that resolves all 3 of those 2 blocks. Let's cross our fingers. Just trying not to short circuit the logic center of my brain, I guess. Okay, that's good. That 2 is not resolved. Neither is this one. Neither is this 3. Neither is that 3. Although this piece right here, this block is... that 3 is definitely, definitely a bit dangerous. Danger-esque. Alright, so do we have a similar situation here? So if I put a block here, that'll resolve this 3, and this 3, and this 2. Yeah, see, this isn't the same situation, though, because if I put a block, or a mine, or flag here, then that'll resolve this and this, but I can put a 3. For this 3, I can put 1 in the corner, so... That's... kind of... yeah. I don't really know yet. That 2 is... yeah, when I go over here, this stuff is all kind of ambiguous, too. Because I didn't really open up anything down here. So this is all... let me actually look at my... yeah, that's all the same situation. So... oh, there we go. Trying to get the paper to a place where it could kind of fit. I basically just took a screenshot of, like, the part of the map that I solved and just started sketching all over it. It was pretty nice. Never underestimate the value of physical media, I suppose. Alright, let me take another look down here, as I'm obviously doing. Should have probably found a few more potential safe spots. Yeah, because this is, not really doing me any favors here. But over here, this section. So putting... it can't be both of these, obviously, because that would oversaturate the 3. If I put one here, that would resolve both of them, or if I put one here. So it's got to be one of these two. Putting one here would also resolve this 3 there. Which, yeah, that wouldn't really help, because over here, it wouldn't oversaturate any of these ones either, so that's... can't say any of that for certain. This 4, unfortunately, has 6 blocks surrounding it, or 6 potential openings. This 1 is ambiguous, because it can be either of these two. Although, there's this too, which means it has to be one of these. Ooh, yeah, that's where this gets awkward, because, like, I don't know if this... I mean, this 2 has so many potential tiles surrounding it that I don't know which one it could be. I'm sure there's strategies to all this stuff, but... yeah, like I kind of said in the previous recording session, which you will have already seen. Yeah, I don't really know them, unfortunately. At best, I'm a casual Minesweeper. I don't want to say fan. Enjoyer? Yeah, we'll go with enjoyer. Sounds about right. Not over here. Am I just royally... am I just missing something here? Because I could be. I could very well be. Alright, so... 2 is good, that 3 is good, that 3 is not so good. 2... which would resolve that, which not resolve that. Mumble, 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 etc., etc. It almost feels like this over here might be another one of those patterns, like... I'm kind of like this, where it's just one's wrapping around something. I don't really have a way of knowing that for sure. It's so unfortunate because I could see the end right here. But I just don't have enough... I don't think I have enough information. I'm not seeing it. I could be missing something. Because narration while doing puzzles is not always the most productive thing. But yeah, I'm not seeing it. I'd like to go through this without any unintentional deaths if possible. Just because, I don't know, just challenge, I guess. And unfortunately, this is like one of those cases where it's not like I can just re-roll the board and restart it. You know, and challenge myself anew. This one, yeah, if you bork it once, then, well, the pattern's never going to change. So, you really do only have one chance to get a perfect attempt on it. Hence the reason I'm being maybe a little bit overly cautious. Because, I mean, realistically, I could just brute force my way through this. But, you know, 1 hour of this so far. This is by far the hardest Minesweeper thing I've taken on. So I'm happy I've gotten this far. Honestly, if I just ended up screwing up right now, I couldn't really be too upset over it. But I still don't want to. Okay. Alright. That was good. I gotta say, though, the idea of using map markers as flags is just... That's probably one of my better ideas, I have to say. Oh, wait, I missed one. This, too, is covered. I don't know if that helps me. Let's see. It does, actually, because now I can guaranteed, without any shadow of a doubt, say that that is a mine, because this 3 right here has those 3 mines around it, which means that now this 3 is a-okay. And yeah, that's part of the whole shebang. Perfect. Oh, thank goodness. Alright. Really, you know, this is like one of those cases you really don't want to make a shitty guess if you don't have to. I think there are situations in Minesweeper where you do have to guess. I mean, I think we actually ran into one because I'm pretty sure I didn't miss anything previously. Ah, great. Now we're back in the very familiar situation. You know, I swear, it's always like a couple steps forward and then you're just right back where you were. But let's go ahead and check these 2s, I suppose. So if I were to put one here, that would resolve these 2. But not this one. Although I could put one, like, here to resolve that, so it's not really definitive. Putting one here would resolve all 3 of those. And then I could still just drop one over here to resolve the other ones, so that doesn't really help me. What about this 3? Oh, no, wait. Oh, no, never mind. Got this one plus 2 more. Who knows what those other 2 are? So if we put one here... Yeah, I can see this one... These 3s only have, like, 1 block, or 1 flag tile next to them. Which doesn't really help me. Damn, it always seems like you're getting somewhere, but you only unlock, like, a few tiles, and then you're just kind of back to where you were. Back to that old familiar place. It's so cold and damp. Yeah, we'll be okay. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know at this point. So, unfortunately, it doesn't look like I'm missing anything. It kind of looks like I've maybe exhausted my, my move pool. Maybe. Let's take another look down here, I suppose. Just... I don't think I'm missing anything here either, but... I'd be very happy to be proven wrong. See, this could be another one of those, like, wraparound sort of patterns as well, but I don't have any way of knowing that. I don't have enough data to go on. There's one thing, it could wrap around there, it could wrap around, like, here. There's a lot of different possibilities. Okay. This is incredible. So I'm going to be quiet for a second because I just want to look carefully at what I have unlocked or uncovered so far. So give me a moment. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'm missing anything. I think I'm just going to have to kind of weigh my options and maybe try for another guess. I'm leaning towards this one being safe. see that? It's the thing. This. All right, let's think for just a second. So, actually, yeah, let's start up here. I think that might be the mistake I'm making. I might be trying for the harder sections without considering something that might be simple. So if we have one here, it'll resolve this two, this one. Okay, so it can't be here because then this one would go completely unresolved. So we do not have a mine here. That is guaranteed safe. However, we can have one either here or here, but just not here. There we go. So that has 5 tiles surrounding it, one of which is flagged, and it has 4 mines on that location. However, that also guarantees that the mine is going to be... Ooh, fuck, I hit F and that's actually startled me. I hit F for flag instead of M for mark. Oh, I love it. But yeah, this too, now it only has 2 blocks, or 2 tiles surrounding it, which means that this one is good. It feels like I'm actually... Wait, that 3 only has 3... Well, there we go. That's something. So that 4 now has 3 tiles surrounding it, or 3 flags surrounding it, and there's 2 that are just kind of left up for debate. Alright, so if we put 1 here, that will resolve the 4, but not the 3. The 3 still has 2 flags next to it. Damn, okay. Like I said, 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Although, like I said, this is also... Jeez. I wish that 4 were like a 3. That would be very nice. Because that'd mean I could keep pushing to the east. But right now, as it stands, I cannot do that. That 3 only has 2 next to it. The 2 only has 1 next to it. That other 2 has nothing next to it. Yeah, it's like I make a few successful moves, and then it's just thinking for another 5 minutes. I think if I studied patterns a little bit more, Minesweeper patterns, this probably wouldn't be as bad. But hey, I mean... Like I said, I'm actually ecstatic that I made it this far without blowing up. Unintentionally. So yeah, I can't complain too much. 1, 2s are good. Just double checking all this stuff again just to make sure I didn't miss any possible thing. Yeah, those 2 ones are good. I mean, I'm leaning just from pure statistics that this one here is probably safe. I'm not basing that on anything other than the fact that that'd be a lot of mines right next to each other if that weren't. Or if this were a mine. But again, no guarantee. Because this 3 could be... It could be this one and this one. Wait a second, hold on. Let me think this through. So... Because if I could find another safe block, that would help. So this 2 currently has nothing next to it. If we assume that this is a mine, that would mean that this has to be a mine to resolve that 3, because it's the only other block it could be. Which would resolve this 2 that I'm right next to. And give 1 to this 2 here. And I would also have to have a mine here or here. Yeah, see, that could actually work. What if we do it this way? Here and here. Okay, alright. We're onto something here. Because if we put a block here, I keep saying block, damn it. If we put a flag here, if we assume this is a mine, then this 3 will have 2 next to it. This 2 will be complete, which means we will not be able to place one here to complete the 3. So this actually does... This has to be a mine right here, which completes the 4, which means that this one in front of me is not a mine. Okay. Okay. Alright. Which means that this one here has to be 1. Which means that this 2 is resolved, which means we can keep on pushing, baby. We're good here as well as down here. So I'm just being very careful with my button presses, because, yeah. This one also has to be good. Okay. Right. Are we having fun yet? Oh, jeez. This is, actually semi-stressful, I'm not gonna lie. It's a different kind of stress than what you'd normally get from Doom. I will grant you that. But look at that, we are actually 10 blocks away from the end. So, not bad. Not bad. So what about down here? What do we got? So I guess let's just continue that pattern of just, I don't know, blindly rushing forward and looking for hypotheticals. Ah, shit, I don't know anymore. So this 3 is surrounded by 2. This has 2 on it. This has 2 on it. This 3 also has 2. This guy has 1. So if we put a flag here, it'll resolve that central 3. But then we could resolve this top one with any of these. If we put a flag here, it'll resolve the 2 3s, but then you could resolve the 2 down here. So that isn't really anything yet. If we put one here to resolve those 3 2s. But then, like, these ones are open enough where I can put one here, etc., etc. So that doesn't really solve anything either. But this 2 here, or this set of 2s, I should say. I'll resolve those 3 2s. Put one here and it'll resolve that 1. But then we can put one here and then continue wrapping around. Oh, jeez. We're back to this again. Perfect. Okay. So these 3s... These 2 3s down here only have 4 blocks surrounding them. And this one has 2... It already has 2 flags near it. This one needs 2 more flags. If we put one here and one here, then that would resolve both of these 3s. So that's not really... Same thing if we put one here and here, I think. Wait. Hold up. One here. Okay, I think I might be onto something with this one. Well, maybe, maybe not, because there's always... You could always swing around and put it here. That's one of the problems. Well, this one needs 2. This one needs 2. This one needs 2. So we're going to need... On this run of tiles right here, we're going to need a bunch of flags. Alright, so... Because really, if I can kind of come along the bottom, that'll give me some more candidates. Alright, so... we also have this 2 to contend with, and then this 3. Oh man, we're just working our way all the way around this, aren't we? Although this is all new over here, because before this row stopped over here. So, all new discoveries. Kind of wondering if I should pause this and just sketch some stuff out, but yeah, I don't know. Alright. So that's a 3, and already has 2 next to it. that's a 2, it already has 1 next to it. So if we put it here or here, it'll resolve those. I wish I could, like, pick a different marker color and just, like, sketch something out with those. That would be kind of nice. Although I guess I could take a screenshot of this and, maybe do that. I don't know. That might help. Let's try that. I think I can just kind of... edit. Alright, there we go. So if I use the... I'm kind of curious, I've never actually used spectacle like this. I wonder if I use the eraser tool, if it'll erase the underlying image, or just the marks I make. Is there an eraser tool? Yeah, there's blur. Alright, well let's just sketch something down here. So if I do that, and then... No, that just becomes part of the image, but I can't undo it, I guess. Highlighter, line. What if I just do a free... Whoa, that's very visible. So can I... Well, I can do that. Actually, wait. Freehand. Use that thing. Oh, okay. Yeah, there we go. So I can just delete things that I marked down. That's good. So this will be perfect. Yeah, I'll just leave the game timer running. Why the hell not? Not at this point. So if we do that, then this 3 is resolved. This 2 is resolved. Can't believe I'm doing this. Alright, so that means that it cannot be this. Yeah, I'll just use X's for all the non-candidates, I guess. Alright, which means we've got basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces to put the rest of the flags, because we don't need to worry about any of this other stuff here. We're just focusing on this. So this 3 needs 2. Needs 2 flags next to it. So if we do this one and this one, then that would resolve this 3. And then this one would need 1 more, and then this one would need 2 more. So that's one possibility. God, that looks like a weird monster face. You got 4 eyes and then... Oh boy. Happy Halloween, everybody. Even though it's... Yeah, we still got a little ways to go, don't we? So if we just kind of... Can I shuffle this aside without losing anything? I don't actually know. Well, either way, that's one possibility we have. If I... Oh yeah, that overwrites it. Damn. Okay, so it's kind of like the Windows one in that regard. Although it keeps the highlight. It's kind of nice. So what if we do the other hypothetical, where we... Oh, balls. I already kind of... Should have probably used a different program. Alright, Credo, where are you? Although, no, it doesn't have the fancy... Yeah, whatever. Look, we're in like complete serious business mode here. Give me a sec. Copy. Actually, yeah, you know what? I can draw this out and then just copy it into Krita. Then I'll have it just forever and ever. So, where did I start before? I think I did this one, which knocked these out. Made this one ineligible. And then I think I did this one and this one, which knocked this guy out. And then this one and this one, which knocked this guy, and this guy. Alright, good so far. Just double check these counts and make sure I got this right. Which means nothing in here. Yeah, alright. So nothing here and nothing here. So the next one's got to be in one of these 2 slots. If we put it here, that will knock out this guy. Make this one ineligible. This one will knock out these 2. And this one. So we can't put anything here, or here, or there. Oh, okay. Never mind. I thought I was onto something, but then this one also has this spot available, which needs to be taken. See, it's like, you know, right now we're finding a nice long line of candidates, which means we might actually be onto something. But I do have to try the other approach. And yeah, this is very, very brute forcey. I am very well aware of that. But you know what? If it works, it works, right? Right. So, alright, so this 2 here, this already has one thing next to it. If we put one here, that was the drunkest circle I think I've drawn so far. We're gonna try that again. Okay, I actually looked up just to make sure this was actually all showing up on OBS. Yeah, we're good. No BS, it's on OBS. This one only needs one thing next to it, so that one will knock out this and that. Alright, so there you have it. Now let's go ahead and copy this, paste it into Krita. That way we'll have it, and we can reference it. Jeez, oh man. Oh, the things I do for Doom. And then we can kind of go back in here and just remember that we ended up... Is that... Oh, it's crop. Okay, good thing I checked. Can I just hold down Control Z? Good. Alright, so we've already tried having one here, so let's just... That's the highlighter. So let's just X this out, just that way we don't accidentally do that. So now this one will knock you out. Why does the music just get exciting? I know why, but still. Right, now... And the thing is, now that I look at this one, is there anything... There might even still be other ways to do this, now that I look at it. This is... God, this is really going to be the brute force method, isn't it? So nothing there, which means that this is impossible. Because this one would we'd only be able to put one thing. So what if instead of doing that, we did it here? That would make... Alright, that would resolve this one. Not this one, but we could put that one there to resolve that. Now, what does that have in common with the one that we have here? That actually lines up perfectly if you look at it. See, this... I wonder if we can just do that. We tried 2 different patterns, starting from over here, and this block was safe on both of them. The one below the middle 3 on the left side. Alright, let's give it a shot, shall we? And that's here, right? 32, yeah. Okay, here goes nothing. Ah, oh, damn it. Well, the logic failed. Oh shoot, what is the... Oh shoot, I accidentally cleared the thing. There we go. Alright, well we exploded once, unfortunately. Which means that we can... I mean, we might as well mark this, right? Because it's never going to change. Oh well. That was a good run, guys. That was a good run. Hour and 23 minutes. How many we get? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 44, 45, 46 spots flagged. And the 47th was an explosion. Rip in peace. Sorry, Doom Guy. You deserve better. Okay, well that kind of throws all this on its head, doesn't it? So, now what do we do with this knowledge? Panic, I guess. I guess I should have probably did more variants of this. Jeez, oh man. Alright, well, I mean, it was a nice attempt. Ooh. Okay, there we go. So now, I wonder if we can just kind of... Nah, we can't copy a marker and place it there. Alright, well... Does that actually give us anything else to work with? So this 3 right here, this 3 here, nope. That actually doesn't really set us ahead at all, does it? Because these still only have 2 things around it. I mean, it's something. We know that that spot for sure contains a mine. I mean, it could be a little more experimental now. Because, I mean, we've been at this for almost an hour and a half. So, still, though, I don't want to just blindly rush in just because we got blown up once. That would just be a bit shit, you know? And we're about controlled chaos on this channel. Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll call what I do controlled chaos. That sounds good. So anyway, we've got... What about this cluster over here? We haven't really examined this in enough detail, I don't think. So let's just... I don't know. Run some hypotheticals on it or something. So we've got this 3 here. There's 2 of those resolved. There's 1 in there. There's 2 in here. So if we put 1 here, that's done. This is done. This is done, and that's done, which means the other 2 are going to be right there and right there. Which also, you know, just does that. Actually, no, that's impossible because this one... No, wait, no, that has 3 around it. My bad, I can't count. Lol. It's because I got exploded. That hurt my brain more than usual. Apparently I closed Krita. And now I can't spell it, so ain't that a bitch. So, here we go. Paste from clipboard. Sure thing, whatever. Do whatever you want to do, Krita. I don't care. So we got that. Now, fudge. Okay. If we put it right there, we'll lose this, that. And yeah, this doesn't really... It could literally be either one of those. Although, I probably shouldn't say this too soon, although there's less patterns here than there could be, but in both of those possibilities, the spot on the bottom of the 4 is empty. Because if you resolve this 2 without resolving this 3... Yeah, these both have to be resolved simultaneously. Otherwise it won't work. Maybe I should have started down here. Alright, let's... Okay, there we go. So it's the one on the bottom of the 4. Yeah, there we go. So, that's good. We know that's a mine. And so that 4, I guess the real question now is whether the mine is going to be on the one under me, the one under me over here, because it could also be these other 2. Because unfortunately that 4 still has 5 things surrounding it. Go figure. Although the other thing I didn't consider too is that, you know, let's recapture this. Let's capture the moment, shall we? I think it's like I said before, this is probably... I don't know, depending on your tolerance for puzzles... Oh, what did I do? How did I do that? Alright, well I hit a shortcut key that I shouldn't have hit apparently. I'm not super familiar with Krita, don't mind me. Right, I don't know why I pasted that in. I didn't really need it yet. Look at me, I'm getting discombobulated. So this 2 right here, it could be either one of these. Let's start with you. So, good, good, good. Also does this, which means that it can't be there, there, or there. Which means this would have to be here, which would knock these ones out. Okay. I mean, that one's all possible. And that would actually push this over here. Really, I don't know if there's really any hope of this section over here just yet, mostly because of all this space here. Although that would force one here. Wait a second. I didn't go south enough. Yeah, I should probably capture more of this, because that could have an implication for the 2 that's down here, and I can't just draw 2. Alright, guess that's one advantage that Windows has, because with the snipping tool, if you draw outside of the boundaries, it'll just keep letting you draw. Although I don't know if it shows it, I don't really remember. Alright, anywho. Although being able to hold the Windows key and just click to resize is really swell. So I think I had it... I think it started with these. So, 3's down, 2's down, this 3's down, this is down. Down, down, and an earlier round. Or Luli-La-Ra, depending on which school of internet you went to. Right. Yeah, that 4 is good. This 2's good. Right there. Nothing there, nothing there, and then that would mean... Right, I forgot about this guy. So we can't really do much here. That's its own disaster. Yeah, because no matter what I do... Well, actually, no, it has to be here. So that takes care of you and you. Wait a second. So... Oh, right, never mind. Never mind. That one's not... We don't know the fate of this one yet. Okay. So now let's do something maybe a little different. So let's go back to basics. Not that far. And we'll start here. Which means good, good, good. Or grud, if you will. It's like great and good. Alright, so now things get a little bit fun down here. So what if we try one here, which would knock this out. And actually, this would be identical to what we had before. Well, wait, no, it's not. Yeah, I'm kind of just moving this further and further off the screen, for you guys anyway. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is the same. I'm just going to do this for completeness sake. That way I can just kind of flip back and forth between these tabs. I'm just copying. Don't mind me. I don't even know why I'm doing these ones down here, because I don't think these are going to be relevant. Not yet, anyway. I could be mistaken. Is there a paste as new image? Yeah, paste Control-Shift-N. So what do we have for... Oh, jeez. Forgot to mark those two right here. Ah, whatever. We got a paint tool. This is a whole paint program. Kinda. That's too thin. That's too dark. Sure, whatever. No. Oh, this is so awkward. I'm so used to Photoshop. Alright, good enough, good enough. It's not the same shade of red, but I think we'll live. Okay. So one thing I'm seeing is when you get to this point, which then again, we haven't experimented with these two. That is still a possibility. Again, let's just go ahead and bring this back to right here. So instead of doing the one... Yeah, instead of doing the one to the right of 3, let's try... Yeah, right here. Let's try it right here. Nothing, nothing, and nothing. Remember, if you're... Okay. Yeah, remember, if you're still watching this and you're bored, it's your own fault. I do not blame anyone for switching off at this point. Because this is a lot, and I am very, very well aware of that. Trust me. I'm not sure I'd be... Well, I might still be watching. I kind of like the puzzle aspect, even though I'm okay at them, I guess. Yeah, so that one pretty much forces one over here. Wait a second. Is everything forcing a mine over into that block? Because if that's the case, then I could just go up this way. Maybe I should focus on this section. Holy shit. Have I just been... maybe not doing the right thing? What if I start down here and then work my way around? I mean, one thing I'm seeing in common is this one right here. But then again, there is one path that I still need to take. Did I... Oh, what did I do? Hold on. So I was trying to be clever and control clicking. That didn't really work. Or control tabbing. Alright, so I need to try one right. And bear in mind, I'm just trying these for viability. Again, brute force tactics. So right there. Knocks you out. And you. Nope, what am I doing? Yeah, so that's actually what's going to make this bottom part a little bit more interesting, I think. Let's see. Knocks that out. Yeah, because see, that opens me up to do... Well, wait a minute. Yeah, that opens me up to being able to do this. Which removes this from being a guaranteed mine. Although... Oh no, because I can just do this and it'll resolve these two twos. Alright, that's good. So... Are there any of these that are just... No, I don't think there are. I don't think there are. If I do that, because I kind of forgot to do it in this one. I mean, I guess this one over here is consistently red, but or consistently not a mine. Although I think that's more because, yeah, I think that might be... Wait a second. I'm also not... Doesn't help that I'm not marking these consistently. Right, so... Where's the cursor? There's the cursor. Yeah, when it goes over here, it's kind of hard to see. Yeah. Open source software isn't perfect. Anyone who says that it is well, anyone who says any software is perfect is lying to you. Or a salesperson. One or the other. I don't know. I think I'm going to try this block up here. It just seems to be a decently safe bet. Is that dsda? Yes. So that would be the one that's... Whee! Alright. So that's a 2. That doesn't really help me. Yeah, the problem now is I'm kind of losing my mojo fast, not gonna lie, when it comes to this. Because we are very much reaching my skill limits when it comes to Minesweeper. And unfortunately, both of these things, these potential avenues that I've traced out, all of this seems viable. Like, you see how many different, like, mine locations there are here. And they all work. So it's like, how many moves would I have to plan ahead to find something that doesn't, you know? Maybe I'm just looking in the wrong area. I just figured because we haven't focused on this area in a while, then maybe we would have some sort of development, but I don't know if that's happening. Alright, let's just close out of these. Does that 2 help me? I really don't think it does, because you could still have something here or here. The only thing it does is... Well, actually no, because I was never placing a mine up there originally anyway. So I don't even know if it was viable. And there's still, like, all those blocks around it that I just have no way of keeping track of. So I'm kind of thinking of just doing this based on... I think it's more likely that this one's not going to be a mine. Okay. God, now we're getting into guessing territory, which is what I'm not super crazy about. And then this one also is just not really that useful, because there's 3 blocks that it could be. Although... Well, oops. What does this button do? We know that's a mine now. So at least there's that, you know. Now the ultimate... Wait a minute. No, that does help. That does help. Okay, that does help because that resolves this one, which means that we know this one's safe. And it's a 1. See, this one doesn't necessarily have to be a mine. Alright. So what do we got? What's the most likely impossibility? I don't know. Yeah, go ahead and just... Sorry, I got a text message I gotta reply to. Alright, anyway. So... Let's see. Hopefully I remember to cut that out. If I don't, I'm sorry. Just getting the player out of the way, that way I can just kind of look at it without a big green blob in the way. Although I guess I could put the green blob on the O, on the 0. Alright, so if we put... I don't know, that does give me a little bit more to work with. It is kind of like crunching everything in. So, that... I don't know, maybe it's time to do another sketch? I don't know if it really affects the top area enough. It probably doesn't. Yeah. I mean, it did kind of help me push out to the right a little bit more. So, that's nice. Outside of that, I'm not sure if that's going to really help me out all that much. So we still need to resolve this 2, this 2, this 1, and this 2. So if we put 1 here, that resolves that 1. But we have all the space up here to resolve this 2. Put it here if we really wanted to, and in there. Although we do need 2 flags to resolve this 2, so maybe... This one really feels like it probably is a mine. Which means that this one's probably safe, because it looks like it's just going to do that pattern where it wraps a row. Okay. That is not the case. Yeah, I'm kind of losing the logic aspect, I think. This isn't good. So we had that one, which forces... Nope. Oh, damn it. I did it again. I do like how it saves the, doesn't save the music. So if you id mus, then you gotta just do it again. Oh my god, I keep marking instead of unfollowing. Okay, there. There we go. Just leaves this one open. Good. Well, I guess now we know that this one's it, and it's not wrapping around, which means that this one's safe. Yeah, I'm making assumptions. I was really hoping to not get to that point where I'm just making assumptions. Because you know what happens when you assume, lol. Alright, well this 2 is... I guess now I can rely on a little bit of logic, right? And that restricts this 4, so that this is the only one it could be. Just wish I could center this better. So that 4 is good, that 3 is good. That 3 is also good. And so, yeah, that one is kind of extends up there. This 4 only has 4 blocks next to it. Yeah, you know, all it took was getting blown up a couple times, and look at what we were able to do with it. I should have probably stopped recording. That would have made this better, I think. Like if I would have just split this into another day, but unfortunately I didn't do that, and look at all that we've lost. It's just picture a person, just picture a man with a single tear rolling down his cheek. That's basically me right now. Not to be dramatic or anything, lol. Okay, maybe a little dramatic, you know, just give me this, okay? Just think about it, you're doing reasonably well at Minesweeper, and then you fuck it up. What the? Wait a minute, what did I do wrong? Was this one? Son of a bitch. I do find it really amusing how rewinding... rewinding takes the music back. Hold on, how did I fuck that up? This 3 had... Oh... I completely misread the map, holy shit. Yeah, I'm just getting sloppy at this point. Oh, that sucks. Not to mention I placed a marker on that one. And there's no easy way of just clearing that one, so I'm gonna have to move past this area eventually. Alright, so that's a 3. Damn it! I was doing so well, I can't believe I just had that streak of just... That's what happens when you lose focus, I guess. You know, in your game of Doom Sweeper. Oh, man. This is clever, though. I mean, I do genuinely like this. It's just, yeah, I just flubbed it. Sad face. Okay, well that advanced the whole thing to the east slightly, but, wait a minute, no, I'm not stuck. No, I kind of, not, I mean, stuck, that's a strong word, but, let's see. So with this 4 here, if I put one here, it'll resolve that 3. If I put one here, it'll resolve both of those. Yeah, these have to be resolved together, so it's either one of these two, which means that this one in the corner and this one here are going to be good. Good. And this 2 is good, so this is safe. Alright. We're bringing it back, everybody. We're bringing it back, alright? Alright, cool. So that 2 is awesome, which means that these 2 are also awesome. Alright. Okay. And this 3 is already good. This 2 is good. Yeah, that's part of that one. And this one is part of... Hold up. Yeah, that one's good too. That 2 is good too. 2-2. R2. D2. And this one right underneath me is going to be a mine. Good. Okay, yeah, we're somewhat back, I think. We'll see. Okay, that 2's good. So that one's good. And this 4 now only has 4 pieces surrounding it. I keep saying pieces. I hate these Mises 2 pieces! Alright, good. This one is easily pointing to this one. It's funny though, because like I got stuck on like that one part of the board for so long, and then just like, if I would have had, I think, just like a couple little revelations, this could have gone a lot faster. Or maybe if I were just better at Minesweeper instead of just being a filthy ass casual. But hey, you know what? You gotta be a multi-disciplined gamer to get through Poogers, am I right? Alright, anyway. Thinking. Don't get distracted. Don't get too distracted, alright? Still trying to have some fun here. So, got these 2 twos. Haha, 2 twos. Let's see. Yeah, this is where it gets a little tricky. Now, that could be that or that. Should kind of push that other one out to the east. Huh. Yeah, a lot of these 4s have way too many things around them. What about over here? Just kind of, because we did unlock a lot of stuff from the bottom over here. So maybe we can get some sort of insightful insight from this insightful whatever. I don't know. Sorry, I just had to get the side of those to appear on the map. It's just the thing you gotta do, you know? Yeah, unfortunately this part isn't really coming together that well. What about here? Is there anything I missed? Because I've done that a few times so far. So that 1, those 2s, red, white, and blues. Wearing blue suede shoes. Nah, I think I'm done. Okay. Can't really think of anything else. I will say, though, this music, for as intense as it gets during this part, is better on the old thinking cap than the Chips Challenge music. I mean, I love Chips Challenge, don't get me wrong, but hearing that one song on loop does kind of affect your sanity after a while. Alright, let's see. What about this? So, if we can just determine some safe areas. So, this 3, this 2, and this 3 do not actually have to be finished up together, I don't believe. No, they don't, because this one's valid. What about over here? So, okay, this one actually needs 2 around it, which means it can't be 2 adjacent blocks, or 2 adjacent flags. Although it can be here and here, or here and here. One of these are going to be a mine. This is going to be guaranteed. I'm pretty sure. Let me. Yeah, that's how it goes. So, this is how it goes. Welcome one and all to the show. We're wired up, fired up, fucking ready to go. So, yeah. That one's guaranteed. We know we can't touch that. We can't touch this. Son of a bitch. Alright, anyway. Now this one over here is actually a little bit... because... If it's this one, which that actually would resolve that 3 as well, then it's gonna have to be this one. Well, it doesn't have to be, but this one could be it. If it's this one here, then this one's already resolved, and, you know, that one's golden. So this is another one of those situations where in these 3 squares, there could be 1 or 2 mines. It's going to be either this one or this one, and... Okay, it's going to be either this one, or this one and this one. Or, I guess this one too. That's also a possibility. That would also resolve this one. So is this one actually a mine right here? It's not guaranteed. And unfortunately, this is one of those cases where we do not have enough data. So what about this 3 over here? So this one, we know that one's a guarantee. No doubt about it. So is it going to be here? And here? Yeah, that one's also kind of ambiguous. we were making such progress, and now we're just kind of back to square one again. That's how it goes. That's what I've been saying. I said it how many times already? And you know what Voss said about the definition of insanity. Doing the same fucking thing over and over again, expecting a different result. I really should play through Far Cry 3 again, just see if it's as good as I remember. I don't remember. It's been a while. So, yeah. Anyhoot, don't pollute. Lol. Public service announcements in the 90s. Well, actually, was that in the 90s? I don't remember. It's old school. It's delightfully old school at this point. That's all I know. I don't know. I'm not seeing anything. I mean, I could go for statistics and just say, how many mines are they going to cluster in one place, and then just pick this one. But I don't know if that's really a puzzle gamer way of handling things. It's probably not, but then again, we're at the hour 51 mark, and I have to upload this tonight, so that's also a bit of an issue. Oh well, what you gonna do? So, I'm going to make the assumption that this is a okay, nope, that wasn't it. That was not it. Every time I make an assumption, it's wrong. You notice that? Because I was kind of thinking 2, 1, 1, 1, 2. I see that pattern happen a lot. Apparently not here. I don't know what this board was generated with, but it is working counter to my expectations on a very, very alarmingly consistent basis. So, kudos. Kudos. Thanks for that. Now that I think about it, I think I did win an intermediate game of Minesweeper on the Windows version. I think that's as far as I got, though. I mean, beginner's simple. Come on. Now, what do I do here? So that 3, I mean, it could be this one here, but then this could also be this one here. Yeah, see, like, right here, we've already gone through this whole debacle up here. But the thing is, the one that I said is going to be over here could also be down here. And that would resolve this 2, that 3, and then this 1. Yeah. This is amazing. I don't know. I'm gonna have to commit to something now, and I think... Am I at the point where I have to guess? Like, is, And that's the thing. That's I think, part of the problem with my expertise at Minesweeper, is I don't really know when I'm at the point where, logic is still sufficient, or if I have to guess, or if guessing is even required. I'm a noob. What can I say? So, I don't know, do I want to do eeny, miny, mo on these ones? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catching Archie by his throat. If he hollers, let him zap me. This one. Well. Damn it! It kind of feels like every time I abandon logic, it turns out to be wrong. I should probably take the hint and not do that again. Alright, well, on the bright side, that does bring us one step closer to the edge, and I'm about to break. I don't really need room to breathe though. So yeah, we're okay. We're doing pretty well. Oh, also that 2 is now good because it's pointing to that one there. I don't know why I just hit the M key like my life freaking depended on it, but yeah, you know. I guess it kind of does in a way. Right there. So, okay, that 3 is good. Still good. Still good. That 2 is also good. We basically reached the limits there. So that 3 is going to get taken care of either from that or from that. Oh wait, no, that 2's good. We're good there too. Yay, I did it. That 3 only has 2 things next to it, which means that this one has to be a mine. Don't you know? So 2 there. That 3 is covered, so that block is fine. Alright, cool. That one is good, so that's gotta be it. This is the only thing that could resolve those 2s. Which also resolves that 1. There we are. Alright. Still haven't completely given up. Just mostly. Just when I run into a roadblock, and then the brain kind of stops, and then I get zapped by an archvile, because life is cruel like that. Alright, that's good. Oof. That's good. That 3. This 3. So these 3s both only have 2 things next to it. Same with this one, actually. Which means that, actually, yeah, this one here has to be... This has to be it. See, even the logic... Okay, I was gonna say, if I talk about logic and then that ends up being the archvile, I'm going to literally scream. And I don't mean like a millennial Twitter, literally. I mean like peeking the mic, wailing at the top of my freaking lungs. Wouldn't that be funny? Okay, I'm just trying to get this... Yeah, that's good enough. The old good enough. Alright, so that 2 is good. That one's not, but this one is. 4, we don't have that one completely covered yet. Oh, this one's good. Yay. Got 2 blocks around there. Jeez, oh man. I like how all this bottom mess ended up starting because I ran into a complete dead end up there after making it so far. Boy, oh boy. You know what's funny? I do remember somebody saying that they couldn't wait for MAP34, and like I said, I actually like it. Wish I wouldn't have gotten blown up a few times, but you know, again, that's almost certainly a skill issue. I will not deny that. But you know what? You got to see me probably do my best Minesweeper run. So, I mean, that's got to count for something, right? Yeah, well, we're going to go with yes. I am really curious to see if this scales on lower difficulties, though. I am really curious. I mean, we're already going to have, like, a, well, over a 2-hour video. So, yeah. God, this is... So why Poogers is very time consuming, and part of the reason why it's hasn't exactly worked well with Nerf in that regard. Because you guys don't see it, but like a few hours of practice goes into every Nerf video. That's why my attempt count is relatively low. Anywho. I've already mentioned that, but it bears repeating. I mean, I don't know what videos you guys are seeing specifically. So there. Anywho, I think I'm kind of at one of those crossroads again, where pretty much the next thing I press is probably going to kill me. See, it's again like my gut wants to tell me this is probably 1, 1, 1, 1, 2 or something like that, but I don't know. So with this 4 over here, maybe I should go back to my screenshotting ways. I mean, it's not entirely pointless, right? Edit and oop. There we go. So if we assume that there's one here, then you're good, and you're good, and you're good, and we already have a problem. So this is a safe spot. So reason being, this 4 has 3 things surrounding it. If this 2 is resolved, then you can't put anything here or here. So this is not a mine. See, sometimes you just need to visualize. Okay, perfect. And that leaves us with one thing left. Okay, that 2 is good. This 1 is good. I'm starting to almost feel a second wind. It's weird. The 2 over there is good as well. This 2 is not. This 4 is not. Although this 2 is, which means that now this 4 is solved. Ah. Good there. We are good there. And actually, this is like one of those cases where this actually did turn out exactly how I thought it would. Well, you know, accidents happen once in a while, right? Right? Cool. So we got that 2. This 1 is good. Excellent. Whew. Sweet. And this 2 means that this one right above me, to the north, if you will, has to be 1. That 2 is not yet. It's not okay. This one is, though. That one's fine. Which means this one's good. And that means that that one's good. It's nice when you get that little bit of a... It's a bit of a pick-me-up when you end up getting that flow where you solve one and it ends up unlocking a bunch of them. Oh, it just feels so good. So that 4, this is the only one that's not covered, so that's got to be it. That 3 is good. That 2 is good. Got that. And this one done. Ooh, shit. I didn't mean to do that, but I'm glad it worked out. So, I don't even know how I did that. What was that? Oh, why? This game's gonna make me sad. Okay, it would have made me sad if that were a mine, because I would have had to rewind and do id-muse again. So, but that wasn't the case, thankfully. And that wasn't even from me guessing, that was just input weirdness. Right, so, there we go. That 2, good. That 1, good. That one, good. This 2 is still not so great. This 2, yeah, that's gotta be this one. It had to be you. And this, wait a second. Yeah, this 3 over here only has 3 spots around it. There we go. Got those 2 2s, they're in good shape. Means this is also good. Yeah, now we're right underneath the area we were having some problems with. It took this long to do that. Let me just do vertical mouse movement. There we go. It's good because this 2, that's the only other block it can be. These 2s are resolved. That one's not. Okay. Look at that. We pushed a little bit further. How about that? Feels good, man. So, this one above me is definitely a mine. Cool. So we got that 3 is in good shape. So is that one. That 4 is not, though. We got that block. Okay, so there's only 9 left to get to the one side. Yeah, we're making progress. Steady-ish. Oh wait, no, I just jinxed myself. Damn it! How could I? What am I thinking? I am a shitload of fuck. Oh well. So this 2, this 3. It could be either. It could be one of these two. That one would also take care of that 3 down there. You know what the hey? Let's go ahead and do another one of these things, and let's go ahead and broaden this a little bit. Why not? We can always pan around if we need to, right? Or we don't need to. I mean, I have a high enough resolution here, I guess. So, yeah. Be there, which would knock you and you out. Prevent us from placing anything there and there. It would also take care of you and block these ones off. Good, good. Yeah, this is still a little bit ambiguous down there, but that's fine. So it would actually force these 2 right here. Bonk. And that takes care of you. And this one. I don't know, this is working out a little bit too well. So I either found the right pattern, or this is one of them. They are ambiguous things. That does force one to be there. I don't know, right about this point it's feeling ambiguous because it could be either right here or my... Oh, you can't see my cursor, that's right. It could be here or here. Yeah, alright. Well, let's save this one into a Zikrita. And let's try it with... I believe it's this one. So that knocks out you and you, as well as this space, this space. Okay. Which would mean that we'd need these 2 as well, which... Yeah, you know what? I'm kind of starting to think that these 2 blocks here might be dangerous. Just a hunch. So let's just go... Or those 2. Right next to that 3. Right underneath these 2s. So right here and right here. Which means that this block here is... Okay. Alright. I was gonna say, if that actually contained something, I would have literally just... Okay. Let's not do the literally thing anymore. I probably would have screamed that one time, though. That seems kind of like a me thing, but I think I'm over that at this point. No more screams. Screams aren't a crime. Yet. So that 2 is good. See, it's just slow and steady progress. I mean, just how it goes, right? So that 2 is good. Which means that that's fine. This is fine. Burning house meme. Okay. Now for the fun part. So... 2 there, 3 here, of which we have 2 exposed, 1 exposed here, and down there, and across here. about over here? So 2 on this one, 1 on this one. Oh, this one's good. So that's... Wait, what? Oh, shit. You know, I gotta say, this almost feels like ha-ha type of music. What the fuck did I do wrong? One of these two have to be wrong, then. It's this one. Okay. Oh, man, but my calculations were so perfect. Except they obviously weren't, right? Alright, that's, quite enough of that. Nope. There we go. Just so much calmer. I still think it's really funny how the intended music for this is just Chips Challenge level 1. Okay, now I'm gonna get distracted by this forever. I wish there was a way of, like, clearing the marker that I was just underneath. Or maybe there is and I just don't know about it. Because you can have so many markers now, and it just sucks that C clears all of them. Yeah, there's only one key, and it's to clear all of the marks. Why? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I just have to remember not to do that. Or, you know, consider this as being a mine, which I've almost done several times at this point, so that's probably not good. Although this 4 over here actually only has 4 blocks around it, so that one's good now. Which also means that this 2 is fine. Again, this is fine. Burning house meme. This one should be good too, yep. That 4, again, only has 4 blocks around it. This 3 is not... Whoa, wait, no! Think back around here. So this 3... Yeah, that 3 is good. Running out of options again. Damn it! Why? Okay. So, what do we got next? There's this mess down here. Which, I don't know, I'm a little dubious as to whether this is going to be fruitful for me, but I guess we're gonna just go ahead and give it a shot. We're gonna give it the old college try, and... well, you know, give it a try. So if we assume that there's a mine here and a mine here, that'll resolve you, 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 and you, and prevent us from putting anything in these spots. Should mandate a mine there, which takes care of you guys. Prevents us from putting anything here. No, we got a couple options here. We could either put one mya and mya, or just mya. Yeah, because that's 3 there, 3 there, 2 there. Now, what if we do the other option? Just, we're not going to do too much looking ahead. Let's just try to focus on something relatively simple. And there we go. Impossible. Because this can only have one thing surrounding it. So we have a mine down here and down here, with this and this being safe spots. Alright. XOXO. So XO. XO. Man, this bottom row is starting to look a little formulaic, don't you think? Alright. 4. 4. There are indeed only 4 spaces around this one, so this one's got to be a mine, and this one's got to be a mine. Which means this 2 is good, this 3 is not, but we know this is good because of that 2. This has got to be the most riveting fucking commentary in probably any of my videos, I gotta say. It's just literally me talking through a round of Minesweeper. Well, I mean, you guys did vote for Poogers. Or at least the $5 members did. Remember, if you want to save me from this torment, you can always make your own suggestions that aren't hell revealed in Poogers. just throwing that out there. You know, I gotta advertise once in a while. Come on. Yeah. Well, I'm in brute forcing mode right now. Okay. Okay. Just kind of focus right on this. I can give it a little bit of extra room that I can take it further if I absolutely need to. I mean, you know, at least you're seeing some pretty pictures, I guess. And by pretty pictures, I mean me scrolling all over the screen. But hey, you know what? It still counts. So that 4 is taken care of. Good, good. 1, 2, 1, 4. So it could be either one of these, and actually it doesn't even matter because that doesn't affect anything moving forward. So, FU. And, so this 3 has... Oh, these both have 2 surrounding them. Okay, so we'll start here. That is bad. That is also not good. Okay, I got these guys taken care of. It does not resolve this 4, but again, it could basically be... This 4 can have so many different spots, it doesn't even matter. Because no matter what, you can have this bottom one and this one. So... This spot really is just... It's a potential minefield, you know? Forces a spot here. Gets you taken care of. This is so distracting. I think if I were to make one DSDA feature yeah, okay, yeah, that distracted me again. If I were to make one DSDA feature request, it would be the possibility of just kind of removing individual map markers. Like, put the cursor on it and then hit, like, I don't even know. Something that's not C, and it'll just get rid of it. Or M to toggle, you know, something like that. I mean, we could always put my money where my mouth is and try to actually develop that and, maybe open a PR, see if it gets accepted. I don't really know. Alright, let's just get rid of everything but our FU. And then go on the opposite path, which would be right here and right here. This one to resolve... Well, this one... Wait. Oh yeah, this one. Just was completely overlooking this spot here. I'm just too used to seeing red, I guess. Even though I haven't actually let the archvile zap me to death, so, you know, just the mystical power of rewind and time manipulation. What can I say? And, yep, takes care of that. So really, it could be either one of these. Just make sure I didn't overextend that one. Although... This row is looking the same right here. So that second 2 probably has a mine under it. In before I'm completely wrong. Yeah, 3, 2, 2. I don't think there's any other way to do this, is there? I don't know if I've tried it. That's the thing. Alright, so with Krita, let's see. If I resolve this... Yeah, either one of these will knock out this 2, which will then mark this one as being completely ineligible to receive a flag. So, I believe this one is a flag. Okay. There we go. There we go. And then that one's good, which also makes these 2 good. That one already has 2 next to it. That's a well, actually, no. That's okay. Alright, cool. Cool. Right, so... Okay, that's good. And I believe that means that this one is going to have to be a mine. Good. So... That 4 is still unresolved, but this 3 is resolved, so we got that. I just can't think of too many midis in this that aren't shitposty. I guess there's the, yeah, we'll do this one for a while. And should have done like an hour and 42 minutes straight of that other one, all aside from when it got interrupted by Chip's challenge from me, you know, getting obliterated by a quote-unquote mine vial. This one is kind of loud, though. Let's go ahead and bump that down a little bit. Oh, right. Yep, that 2's good. I got excited for a second. Never mind. You know, we are making slow and steady progress, and actually that thing where I'm drawing these out and comparing them is really, really helping me. I mean, I'm sure there's probably some people who are way better at Minesweeper than me, as I said, like, within, like, the first hour, who are probably just, like, screaming at their monitors, but, you know, you get to watch a complete noob play. Isn't it joyous? Isn't it wonderful? I know you're having fun. So this one can still be either 1. That looks more like FV. Alright, good. 2. Wait a minute. Oh no, never mind. There's this one here. I was like, there's only 4. No, no. Right. Let's start up here, because this is going to make the most impact in the shortest amount of time, I think. And you figure if you're going to brute force at all, you might as well try to be somewhat efficient with it, right? You know, I wonder if maybe I just want to leave it at that real quick. Alright, that actually forces one into there. That's actually a pretty tidy layout. But yeah, so let's see. Start here instead. Knock you out, knock you out. That spot's ineligible. That spot's ineligible, so we need another thing for this. So let's choose this one, which then does that. And it also makes, yeah, basically makes this bottom area very similar. Alright. And then the next one we're going to do is going to be very similar, except this mine is going to be here. Just knocks you out and you, and that is still possible. Okay. Wait, that doesn't knock that one out. Hold on. It knocks this out. Yeah, that is impossible. This mine cannot be here. What if we put it here? That will resolve you, and you, and you. Yeah, and then this row is just kind of, it's just kind of there. So we got that. I think it's safe to say that the one under this second, or this third 2, yeah, that one cannot be a mine. Okay. Let us apply this to the dsda and watch it fail. Okay. Alright, good. So, sweet. Alright. That's, It's one spot uncovered, you know, at the very least. And it's one place where a mine cannot exist, more importantly. And you know what? That's got to count for something, right? Right. So what on earth? Oh, it's tab. Okay, tab makes Krita go full... Actually, I think Photoshop does that too. Maybe. I don't remember. Pretty sure it does, though. I never use it. That feature, anyway. You know, I'm also not seeing a mine under this 3 over here. Because that wouldn't be possible, because you'd have to resolve the 2 using one of these 2. That's the only option. So this 3 here, right underneath here. Yep, that's safe. It's nice when we can sort of use our brains. Or, I don't know. You guys probably checked out a while ago. Like I said, I wouldn't blame you. This is definitely a very, very different sort of video, and it's going to be probably in the running for the longest video on this channel. Okay, maybe not. Deus Vult 2 MAP29 took for freaking ever. Although that one felt like it took forever. This one doesn't really feel that way to me, but then again, even though I'm not the best at puzzle games in a lot of cases, I generally enjoy them. So this isn't so bad for me. For me. Yeah. And I did completely beat the first Talos Principle, which is one of my crowning gaming achievements, I think. Because some of those later puzzles got pretty tricky. Just wondering if I should maybe pan up. I don't know. I just want to run some simulations. And possibly take some calibrations. I don't know. Something Mass Effect. Yeah, this is another one of those weird cases where the mine could either be here and here, or just here. So I don't know. This one is still in a very much an FU configuration. That's what I'm going to call it. This is still highly ambiguous. Because we love ambiguity in these parts. Although, this development makes things a little bit interesting. Because like if I put one here, that knocks out this guy, and also basically makes it so you can't put anything here. Oh, and this guy. And I guess over here too. Yeah, just a little bit of this, a little bit of that, you know? Bada boom, bada bing. And this one, yeah, that would also make it so that is the mine of choice. And then basically this could be any of these other blocks. You know what I mean by ambiguity? You have a 2 that has like 6 blocks, 6 free spaces around it. Yeah, not great. I think actually doing like these little mini brute force things is actually kind of helpful overall. So is there any, like if we start over here and we just knock these 2 out and then place this, is this possible with these being over here? I think it is because, yeah, I can just put one here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, see, focusing on like a small part like this I think can just maybe help us make more moves in a reasonable length. Oh, wait a minute. Look at this. Would you look at that? So, this one cannot be a mine, because otherwise it makes this 4 completely unsolvable. So, underneath the 2. I wasn't even expecting to find anything that far out, but here we are. Let's do that just in case. Yep, there we go. And guess what? At long last, we have solved one of these gosh darn 4s. And that too as well. And this one right in front of me as well, because that 2 that's up to the north, yeah, not happening. So that means that this one's good. And this one can only point to one place, which is right there. This 2 is good. Yep. Holy crap, we've got the whole board out to, well, almost the whole board out to this point. That's pretty wild. Yeah, this is one of those things where it's like, you just gotta keep with it, you know? You don't want to half-ass this. I mean... Yeah, there's 5 around this guy. I mean, okay. Part of you sometimes wants to, but... you know, it's like, if you're gonna commit to a map like this, you might as well commit to a map like this. It's not like platforming, it's not something that is like a physical limitation. It's just something you gotta just think your way through. And... I don't know. I kind of think that's fun. Of course, then again, we all have our limits on attention span and what have you, so your mileage may vary. Yeah, your mileage may vary. Usually when I tackle a puzzle game, I tackle it in small pieces over a very long period of time. So, yeah, this is a bit of a special experience for me as well. Oh yeah, this is completely ambiguous. I cannot solve these two without solving stuff to the right of it, so I'm not even going to focus on that. Because otherwise it's just gonna be a gosh darn guessing game. And we don't have time for that around here. We ain't got time for that around these parts. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. Would this qualify as loopy? It kind of feels like I might be getting a little loopy. I'm not really 100% though. That being said, if you gave me the choice between doing this again, like wiping my memory and doing this again, or doing Ascending to the Stars, I would pick this. So, that's how much I enjoyed Ascending to the Stars. Alright, so, what else do we have here? So this too, oh, I didn't even notice that, holy shit. Sometimes it's good to just, you know, open your eyes. Whoa. It's really weird. Doom guy, you move too fast. You move too darn fast. So we got that. That was kind of weak sauce, I'm not gonna lie. Let's just go sneak our way back here and just kind of do that again. At least we didn't really try too hard, right? Okay. Now that we have that taken care of, make sure. Alright, good. I don't think I missed anything this time. So this 3 seems like it's probably going to be the most impactful part, maybe? Because it needs 2. Although one of them could be over here. So it basically has a freebie. So never mind. It's probably going to be these 2s then. So if we put one here, that's probably a pretty safe one that's going to be pretty viable. Just across the board. And that still keeps this 3 open. Although, the question I have now, is this always going to be a mine? And, that's the thing that I think is going to pretty much... I think that's what we might be determining here. Oh, I can feel my mind opening! It's a scary thought, trust me. Right, so this 2, yep, takes care of you, takes care of you. You're already taken care of. I don't know why I even crossed you out, because you're not even in the equation. So this 2 could be either one of these. That gets ambiguous. We don't want ambiguity. Not yet, not yet. We're gonna have plenty of that everywhere else. So yeah, so we want to start here now. And that takes care of you, you, and you. Makes these completely ineligible for any sort of mineage. Any sort of Bitcoin mining. Let's try this one out here, which would knock these out. And then, you know what? We're still down to these 2 right at the end. Next, we're going to move that in one. Whoops. Nope. Just use the Control-Shift-N, might as well. Right there. The hell was that? Okay, I know it got rid of the notification on top, but that was some kind of annoying timing. Alright, KDE, stop being Windows-like. Anyway, so that too... Oh, that is impossible. That cannot be a mine right there. Because this 3 just can't handle that. It can't handle not having 3 mines around it. Yeah, I am getting kind of loopy, aren't I? So this 3, there's always going to be a mine under it and to the left. And I believe the 2 to the right of that are always going to be open. Alright, let's try this out. So I just thought about the whole DSDA map marker thing. One reason that PR would probably get rejected is because I don't see anybody else ever using the map markers. Oops, not the grid. No, not the grid. Ah! What did I do wrong? Yeah, I did something wrong. Obviously. Hey guys, did you know that if you explode the mine in the... Wait a minute, did I... No, I didn't... Wait. Hold up. Did I... No, that was supposed to be one of the... You were supposed to be the chosen one! Oh shit, alright. It's fine. It's fine. We'll just keep going. As if we were right all along. How about that? So this 2, yeah, you're already taken care of. So you are apparently... so confusing. Well, my logic failed that time. Again. You know, it's just kind of a... I don't know. I don't even know. I don't know anymore. I thought I was doing so well, and then I just fucked up. Oh no. Okay. So, this 2... Oh, wait, nope. It has to be this one, because that one is over there, and it's being all, like, restrictive and stuff. So, yep, you're good. Golden, one might say. Oh, that one's good, so that's that. This 3 has got to be... there. So that's a 1. Hey, look at how far out we are. Far out, dude. Alright, just 6 away from the end. Oh, the 2's A-okay. Oh, that one's good, so that means that block's fine. So what about this cluster? I've got to be able to solve this by now. Right? 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 Maybe? Maybe not. Oh, no, I can. That 3 over there. Means that this one... I can't get it to position. Maybe there'll be another patch is making it so you can actually use like the sprint button to slow down the follow marker thing, which you can't do. See, I'm holding down shift and it's doing nothing. It's doing nothing! Okay, well, let's take a shitty guess. Haha, it's a 7. That's actually what I was kind of hoping to see, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, look at that nice red marker. Okay, so that's the most excessive cluster in this, I'm assuming. I kind of doubt at this point we're going to see an 8, but hey, you never know. We still got this much of the board left, right? Yeah, exactly. So, you know, we really haven't done dick for the stuff up here, but we have been, I guess, on a somewhat decent clip down here. Like right here, how this 3 is surrounded by exactly 3 open spaces, or unmarked spaces. Okay. And so is this one now, the one right below me. And what about you? You are not. Although this too can only have a block, or a mine here. Gotta go back to saying blocks again. And to think, I'm actually over my latest 2-week Minecraft spell. And I'm still calling everything blocks. Maybe it's because the movie trailer dropped and it just looks so good. Jeez, I'm gonna have nightmares over that. I don't know what's worse, the sheep or the llama. If you know, you know. If you don't know, don't look it up. For love of all things sacred, don't look it up. Which, and me saying that probably means that a whole bunch of you are going to look it up. And in which case, well, I warned you. I warned you. But, yeah. Anyway, moving on. More Minesweeper. You gotta sweep some more mines. Too much ambiguity around that 4. We can't have ambiguity. Not in these parts. And, geez, that almost sounds like something Cave Johnson would say. Actually, no, that doesn't seem like something he would say. It kind of seems like he would love ambiguity in his science. I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't know the guy. I've only, you know, went through his test chambers. How have I never made... Okay, I did make one Portal video on this channel, like, a whole hell of a lot of years ago. Like, back when, custom thumbnails were a privileged feature. Yeah, that was a thing on YouTube, way back when. Alright, I'm letting myself get distracted again. So... carefully looking this over again. You know, now might be a time for some spectacle. I don't know if I want to go all the way. You know what? Let's just... There we go. Excellent. Right, so 4, we got 3 around it right now. What is the most... I mean, you're pretty close to completion. Wait. How the hell did I miss that? I was looking right at it, like, multiple times. That's so awkward to... Alright, 3 around that. Alright, well at least that didn't do too much. Although I can't get to the other side of that, unfortunately. That would be kind of nice if I could. But, yeah, unfortunately I don't have access to a mouse cursor, I just have a use button. And, that doesn't give you quite as much freedom, baby. Yeah. That was horrible, I apologize. Right, so... got that one. I mean, I might as well just mark that one off, just, you know, just in case I somehow skip over it again. Which means nothing could be here, or, yeah. So this 2 over here, if we put a mine here, that resolves you, and you. Prevents me from putting anything here or here, which means I would need to put something here to resolve this. That would also resolve you. Boink, boink, and yeah, that one's just free game for that one. Although, actually now that I look at this 4 and this 2 have to be resolved together. There's no other way to do it, because any block that would resolve the 4, which means that this one is, safe. Told ya. I mean, that doesn't help too much, but, you know. I guess let's just do that. We'll copy that into Krita and let's see where we go from here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do that. We know you're safe. Actually, no, we'll just go ahead and put it... God, I really suck at writing with a mouse. I swear my handwriting isn't this messy. Okay, so we're going to put the mine here. Cross you out. Yeah, and that still leaves this one open for a mine here, so that's not... That one doesn't suddenly become impossible, thankfully. Yeah, and then this one actually pretty much just continues as is up here. So are we are never going to see a mine here, he says as he uncovers a mine right in that spot. Okay, alright. Okay, good. Good. I haven't completely lost my mojo, just mostly. And actually, I think from up here, is it ever going to deviate from this? Can it deviate from this? Because this one's always going to have this block up here as a mine. So these two are in flux. We're not really 100% sure on those ones yet. But if I'm right... then that means that this one is... okay, alright. And then this one's also... alright, well I was wrong on one of these two. Alright, well... I'll just go ahead and let the music play as I just wallow in shame. How about that? It's also like a marker of shame in a way too. Alright, so that's... so we know that you're a mine. So wait, does that also mean that... yeah, this one has to be it too, because that 2 that I'm next to. Okay, let's go back to the other song, 18. Now, so you're good. You're good. You're... oh, you're so good. Oh, baby, you are good. Is that enough to get me demonetized? I don't know. OMG, lewd, age restricted, lol. Okay, there we go. Yeah, you know what? At least it's not MC. Could be worse. So, I mean, I don't really... oh, I actually got stuck on that. That was weird. So I actually think this might be completely ambiguous up here. Whether it's this one or this one. Because it could be this one. Actually, no, it has to be this one to resolve that too. Never mind. So you should be... yep, there we go. Yay, I like when things are complete. Oh, man. That, this one up here, the flashy thing, it almost distracted me. Alright, we're good there. Should be good here. And here. Okay, we are so close, baby. We are so close. And no, I'm not continuing the innuendo thing. That was just, we are close to done with this. I swear. I swear, YouTube content bot. I can't. All right. Well, this is a pretty telltale pattern right here. Okay, right there. I also got that one taken care of. This one, there's only one spot that'll satisfy that one. And again, not talking about innuendo. There's no number porn in this thing. Oh, trust me. We are far from that, my friends. I don't even know what's going on anymore. I just don't want to mess up the very ending of this, because although that would be a very fitting way of finishing this off, wouldn't it? Finishing it off. Okay, I'm done for real this time. What do you mean I only have 2 subscribers left? Anywho, Although, I don't know, me basically playing like 3 hours of Minesweeper would... That's gotta qualify for something. Some sort of actionable something or another. But I think this one's gonna be... That's gonna resolve that too. Or satisfy the two, I don't know. It's funny, I actually started out by saying satisfy, and I started saying resolve, I think. I don't know. I recorded that a couple days ago, so who knows? Who the hell knows at this point? Okay, this 3 is good. And there we are. And this 3, it's got to be this one up here. Cool. 2, 2. Good. You are A-okay. And right here. Sweet. Holy crap. That's it. We can... Just look at that. Look at that absolute friggin' madness. You know, it's funny I say that and we're not even done yet, technically. So that is definitely something. But you know what? I could see the light at the end of the tunnel. And, you know, it feels kind of nice. Even with the screw-ups, this feels pretty good. I'm pretty happy overall. Especially when I had to bust out the virtual marker pens. That was just primo right there. Alright, what do we have down here? I haven't actually checked down here in a little while, so... Do we have any way of resolving this? Resolving this little debate. This doesn't help that this 4 has like 3 candidates right there. So, we're gonna have to narrow that down a tiny bit, I do believe. This 3 has 2, that other 3 has 2. Those 2s have multiple. But I think we can actually, I think this is at the point where we could find some decent amount of overlap between them. So, let's try to do it, shall we? So, right here would knock you and you out of the equation, and you. Let's not forget about you. Okay. And then let's put one out here because that's just a very good way of kind of starting off. Can't be there. This would resolve you, you, and you. While also preventing blocks from being, or flags from being there, or mines from being, whatever. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Jelly bean. And yeah, you know, I think that's about as far as we can get without getting into forest territory. Right, so now one right there. And you know, I should have known. That's just, oh wait, no, I'm stupid. Never mind. Nope, that one's not resolved yet. Now it is. And these 2, knock these ones out. Yeah, so just kind of brute forcing things. It does seem like the ones between those two twos are, I don't think that can contain a mine. So, that kind of helps. And just double check and make sure this is right. Yeah, I think I did my work correctly on that. So, oh, bother. We just, Oh, it's actually weird looking at it in normal perspective. Yeah, there we go. See, cool. So, yeah, that was a 2. That was indeed a 2. Does that help us? Does that give us any sort of immediate gratification? I'm gonna go with probably not. It happened again. Alright, anyway. So we have, okay, we have not yet resolved this 2. Which, you know, realistically it could. Oh, wait a minute. So this is a 2 now, actually. Let me go ahead and delete you. Freehand 2. So already has 1 connected to it. If we put 1 there, knocks out all of these. And those spots. Alright, which means that that's all still good. Alright, so either one of these can be a mine. Let's see, if that's a mine, then... yeah, it leaves that area kind of open right here. No, actually, wait, does it? Does it? Because if this is a 2... where's my eraser? Oh yeah, erasers are handled a bit differently in Krita. It's kind of weird. I mean, it makes sense in a way. You just... Okay, background color. Yeah, that's fine. We got this. Everything's fine. Look, I know exactly what I'm doing, trust me. Alright, fine, I'll reduce the size of the cursor. Anywho, so that would mean... Wait, oh, right. Okay. Yeah, that's over there, and that would actually resolve this. Which means that, yeah, I think the one under that 2 is probably safe. Right here. I'm probably as... Okay, that was not a bad assumption. It was kind of like a quarter of an assumption, but yeah, it turned out to be okay. And that's all that matters. Right, so... This is really just not... This is not helping. It's not helping that much. What about up there? Like right at the very end of this. Although I think I do want to fully solve the puzzle. It just seems like the right thing to do, you know? You dig and all that stuff. Can you dig it? Warriors, come out and play. Yeah, you know. Bonk. Bonk. Bonkety bonk. Yeah, and that could be basically anything. Although, wait. Wait a minute. That could only be one thing right there. Again, missing the obvious. So, because there's only 3 blocks surrounding that 1, 3. Which helps a little bit. I mean, I want to say, like, gut feeling that it's not too substantial, but you know, I mean, I've been at this for a little while. I could be just making judgment errors at this point. I don't even know. Anyway, let's go with that in mind, knowing that that is a mine, because we know that that is a mine. Yeah. Cross those out. No, wait. You are also resolved, my friend. How did I... Oh, jeez. I am just... I'm glad I'm at the end of this, because I actually don't think I could think anymore. Well, we made it to the end. Ain't that swell? Well, that also means that we've got... And we still have a little bit to solve. I am going to see this through to the end. I mean, seriously, I think we've earned it, right? Or, I don't even know at this point. It would just feel like we're... I don't know. Like at this point, why not? Right? We've only got this much left. This video's 3 hours long, so... To, you know, at this point in time... Who the hell knows what it's going to be like when we're done. But you know what? after it gets to a certain point, you know, everyone drops off after like the 5-minute mark or something. So you know what? You guys are extra special, and thank you for watching this far. Because holy shit, this is this is an ordeal. All right. So what do we got here? That 2 is good. That 3, not so much. So many 2s, and we're only partially done. And unfortunately, we can't. I mean, I can obviously see from here we can't count on all these being 0 like we did over here. Which, you know what? I do appreciate them following the pattern of just having one safe row. Or, I mean, that's kind of, in a way, that's kind of like making the first click always safe, which is something that a lot of Minesweeper programs will do. Just in the case of, just in the interest of fairness. Like, one of the things it'll do is if you click on a mine spot, it'll just surreptitiously switch the mine with another blank area, or a blank section. Yeah, can you imagine if it didn't do that and you literally just started the game dead? Wouldn't that be amazing? Something realism. Alright, well, you know what's kind of nice about this is I don't actually have to take a full screenshot of this because everything up to here is done. Look at that, it's like we're playing a beginner board, except it has a lot more mines in it. Okay. Back to the brute force. Yeah. Anyway. So, you know, I cropped off a little bit too much. Let's just... Yeah, there we go. That'll do it. I mean, technically I could see, but it wasn't as visible as it could have been. How about that? Anywho, let's start off in the upper right, as we often do. Okay, I guess not that often, but you know what I mean. Alright, 2, and let's just place them just as tightly as we can, for starters. So that would be this one, which knocks out these 3. And then that one, which would knock out this one. Yeah, that only has one of them around it. And it could be basically this one, this one, this one, or this one. Yeah, you know what, let's start with that. And let's see if that bears any fruits, shall we? So let's go ahead and move on. We'll place the mine in the second slot. Oh, damn it. Good, good, good. You know, this 2 and the 4, again, I should have noticed this earlier, they have to be resolved at the same time, which means that this third block has to be safe. And we can just hit that diagonally. There we go. That gives us a little bit more info to work with. Kind of do... There we go. Did I save this to... Or, not save, but did I copy it into Krita? I did. That's fine. So it's, one of those two. We know that much. Yeah, I probably should have kept that. It's fine. Whatever. It's whatever. It's whatever. Let's just kind of resketch that one. So 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, and jeez, that was one aggressive X right there, I gotta say. So now let's go ahead and just flip these around. We'll put this one here. So that resolves. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. And you. The X's are not as aggressive this time. And you know what? I think this is another one of those cases of it could be either or. Because I'm not... Oh, jeez. Hold on. It's really awkward having them in two different sizes. Yeah, because like this one here, I don't think... Well, okay. I don't think that can have a mine. Right? Yeah, because if I put that there, then I have to resolve this one somehow. So yeah, this third one... right here. Yeah. That one's fine. Jeez, oh man. I want to talk about slow progress. So, you know, another thing, too. I don't think this one here can be... Yeah, okay. Alright, I'll take it. So now, which one of those could it be? And which one of these can it be? Well, let's see. These two twos over here indicate that one of these is going to be a mine. This 3 indicates that one of these two is going to be a mine. Which means that it's probably this one right here. So, you know, before I mark it... Alright, music time. That was the wrong assumption. Actually, no, I don't think that was an assumption. That was just a logic fail on my part. So, let's go ahead and just enjoy this for a few moments. So catchy. Anywho, that 2 is good. So there we go. That 3 is not resolved. This 2 is, however. Okay, there we go. Let's go back to Streets of Rage. Streets of Angery. Yeah. Oh, that was an epic fail. That's fine. That's fine. We're kind of used to it at this point. So, 3. I'm leaning towards it being this one with the mine. Let me think. Is there any... Nah, because you know what? It could still be this one here and then this one here. Because, yeah, that would be a 3, and that would be, well, whatever this is eventually going to have. It's going to have, I mean, it's going to be 3, obviously, but... Although, we haven't uncovered this yet. I'm trying to think how I'm going to do the chapter markers for this one. Kind of leaning towards, like, I don't know, maybe like 10 markers placed, 20 markers placed, who the hell knows. It's going to be time consuming, but you know what, that'll make dealing with the video a lot easier, I think, for everybody involved. Because, you know, we are playing Minesweeper in Doom. It's the deadliest game of Minesweeper you've ever seen. So what about down there? Or we're still kind of just boned with that 4. I don't know. What if I just go ahead and... so much shit in the way. Alright, let's go ahead and take a quick screenshot of this area. Go into edit. Cool. Alright, so... with this guy over here, do we still have that ambiguity? I mean, he doesn't have anything around him, so that's not a good start. That's really not a good start. I already basically know where we stand up here, I think. Well, let's do that, which we know is going to take care of you. Sorry if this seems repetitive, but I mean, we are uncovering a lot more parts of this. So that one would also... oh yeah, there's a lot of ways that this could play out. Because it could be basically just here and here, yeah. This guy over here not having anything around him really kind of hurts the team. The only thing that we know about this guy is that it can't be here and here because of that too. So it's got to be one of these two. So we'll do that, I suppose. However, it can be either here or here as well. Yeah, the 2 and the 3 do have to be resolved at the same time. So we know that. We know that one of these two have something in them. Something bad. Wait a minute. I missed the obvious. Right there. This 2 right here. It has to be this one. So this one's safe. The one underneath that 3. See, sometimes it's good to scribble. Told ya! And let's just go ahead and plop a marker down right there, which also gives us this 1 for free. Alright, good. Which means this 2 is also actually... Why you gotta be like this? And then means that, this one's good. That 4 points to a few things. However, that 3 over there is now solved. Which also solves both of these 4s. Which is nice. Go over here. That 3 is not currently solved, but this 4 is, so we can hit this safely. Yeah, we're getting there. We are getting there. So over here we've got this nice little block of like 30, 33, 41, 41 blocks left to solve, tiles left to solve, whatever you want to call it. I don't even know if I'm mathing right at this point, to be perfectly honest. Right. So, got this 2 here. 3, 3, 3, 2, 1. See, I don't know if having them in like a straight line like that is actually an improvement. I'm gonna go with probably not. But honestly, just... You know, it's funny, like when I started this I was able to kind of visualize all this, but now I'm at the point where I pretty much just have to draw it out or it's just not going to happen. So, thankfully, modern desktop operating systems do have these fancy tools. And that's one thing, I don't know how many people really mess with this tool, but I do it all the time in my day job. But obviously this is Spectacle, it's part of KDE, but like the Windows, hold on, feel a sneeze coming on. God, I hate when it's a false alarm. Anyway, but the Windows snipping tool, I don't know how many people actually use it for this, but it actually can, you can actually like scribble on documents with it. It's pretty nice. It's more or less like this. I mean, it's pretty much, this was probably more or less based on it, so yeah, there you go. Same thing on Mac OS. Its screenshot tool has little ways to just scribble on screenshots. So yeah, always an option. And see what these ambiguous 3s kind of make things very, very complicated. So that one's good. That knocks this one out, which means that this 3 has to be one of these 2. But who the hell knows which one it is? Let's just go with kind of following our normal pattern of doing the one that's a little bit outside. Just because that's, you know, the douchiest possible option. So naturally that's the one we gotta lean towards. And that solves you, you, and you. Hello. Hello, me! And, 1, 2, also resolves that one. Ah, there you go. That pattern is impossible because this one only has room for 2. So, I don't think there could be a mine to the bottom right of this too. Told you. You notice I say told you when I already know that I'm right, like after I hit the whatchamafudget. Alright, so anyway, let's just go ahead and back this off. Undo is the greatest invention created by mankind, I gotta say. Right, so if we do that, then that will resolve you, hello you. Knocks the hello there. So that's resolved. That means this can't be a block, which means that this one should also be safe. Yes. Alright, good. And you know what? That... Hold up. No, there's one next to this that's potential thing if we do something differently up here. So we're going to leave that as is for now. So if we do that one, it knocks this one out, this one, and this one. Also brings down that. Takes care of you, and that's another impossible one. Wait. Our reward for fucking up. Okay, my reward for fucking up. Your reward for watching me fuck up. Dun, 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 dun. Ah, whatever. Alright, well, at least we have the solution to that. And it also means that this one's free. So, there we go. Also means that you're good. Let me just go ahead and spare you from any future... Oh, wait, it already... It crushed something. Yeah, it crushed those 12 arch files that came in. I did know that about the map. But, yeah, there's 12 arch files that warp in. I kind of found that out when I was just experimenting with it, because I was really curious to see if there was like an actual limit to how many there were and how many there were, so I just gave myself the BFG and went kind of crazy. Fun thing to do while you're eating lunch. But anywho, let's move on, shall we? So this 3, that only has 3 spots around it, so... There we go. That 3 is resolved. Do-dee-dee-doo. Again, this 3 only has 3 things around it, so... Got that. 1, 1, 1. 2, that's good. Another 3 with only 3 tiles. Oh, look at that, we just have a small strip left. You know, I just realized, isn't this music from Mach 2? Hold on. Map? Oh no, it's not. The hell did I get that from? Maybe it was used in that? Okay, this is... I know, this is getting off the rails, but I just gotta know. Just... Sorry. No, it's not. I don't know. I don't even know. I'm losing it, guys. I'm losing it. You already knew that. Who the hell am I trying to kid? I mean, my glorious YouTube members voted for me to play both Hell Revealed and Poogers at the same time. I mean, no one can get out of that completely unscathed. I'm sorry. I don't care how much mental fortitude you have. It's just there's certain things that even the strongest man or woman cannot possibly hope to just walk away from without some sort of scars. And this is one of them. Alright, we got the final strip right here. So, I have a feeling this is going to be one of those cases where there's probably only one pollution. Sure. Sure thing, Spec. One pollution. There we go. Alright. Yeah, I kind of forgot about these little guys up here. That little guy. I wouldn't worry about that little guy. You know, one of these days I'm gonna have to, like, just have a movie day, or a movie weekend, or something, because I'm just... all these quotes just keep coming to me. And it's not just gonna resolve itself. I know it's not. It's just gonna keep happening, and... I don't know. Alright, this... 2 over here... God, and I'm sure after I'm done with this, people are going to want me to play POOGERS, like, right away. Because you people hate me. Okay, actually, to be... okay, all honesty, I've said this a few times. I actually pretty much enjoy... I've pretty much enjoyed all of POOGERS so far. Oh, not all of it. Not all of it. Not all of it. I could find something in each map that I appreciate. How about that? Oh, where's Krita? I kind of screwed up my tab order when I just started randomly looking things up, so don't mind me. Or try not to. Anyway. So how about we do something completely different? How about we just completely invert the 2 starting mines? And see if this is even possible. Might as well, right? So you're good. You're not. Doot. Good. Yeah, not good just yet. It's kind of looking like this is going to be possible. Wait, so... yeah, we're good. So far. Wait. Almost made a boo-boo. You know, that's probably how a lot of those explosions ended up happening, is me just, like, miscounting. Probably because I should be using yellow instead of red. Oh well. It's all good. Oh, you know what? That resolves that one. Which makes this one completely unresolvable. Is that the only way to do that? I think that might be. Yeah, because I pretty much had to... I was resolving them as quickly as humanly possible. So wait a minute, this 2... here... wait. Where am I? Where am I? Okay, that one does have a mine. The one underneath it probably doesn't. The... okay, this 3-2-2. 4th one from the bottom. I think this one's safe. Fuck! Alright. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty much, pretty much... the brain's mush. Wait, did I... okay. Oh, that was weird. I hit M and nothing happened. I thought I reached, like, some sort of internal marker limit, but no. No, it's still placing markers. So, okay, maybe I'm not the only person who uses markers if they actually added an enhancement like that. Right? I mean... yeah, it kind of makes me feel a little better. Oh, this 2 is good. That 2 is also good. Alright, you are a mine, don't you know? you're good. Which means that these two up here... And honestly, if I didn't fuck up the markers would have been a good mine counter. Because there's a... You know, with those 12 excluded, there's 135 of them. I don't know why that took me a second. Probably... Oh, okay, I know why it took me a second. Alright, where's that third one? So you... Actually, these two have to be mines. So I think it's like that. Pretty sure. Yep. So far so good. Uh-huh. There it is. Just, I don't know. Print that out. Hang it on your wall. I might do that. Shit. I mean, there's a few bad markers there, but you know what? Yeah, that's it. That is the solved board. Holy shit, look at that timer in the corner, guys. This is like a one-room map, and it took 3.5 hours. You know, is this a good time to mention that Brendondel actually UV maxed this? I mean, realistically, the only way to do it is to know the path through it, which actually, it's relatively straightforward. Imagine you'd probably start up here and just kind of just go by a certain number of blocks. I don't know, that seems like the path with the least zigzags. But then you would have to literally open up every mine chamber, or every mine thing, and punch the arch files after the ones off screen got crushed. That is how you UV max this map. So, I'm not going to be doing that. So, we're just going to go ahead and hit this little switch and call that a victory. Wow. Feels good. Feels good. So that was Minesweeper. But we're not done, are we? Well, maybe we are. I just gotta... I mean, technically we're not. I just gotta see if there's a difference. 34. That already... Yeah, that's a lot easier. So is it the same deal where all these are safe? Because they're not actually marked in this one. Okay, zeros. I wonder if I can do this one all in first person. This is already so much easier. My goodness. Okay. I'm actually very, very curious to see how this was generated. So that is... Okay, good. Which means that this one's safe. Oh, another zero. Another zero. Really? So is there also like a medium puzzle? I'm really curious now. It's another zero. It's really awkward to, really awkward to play this in first person. My goodness. Alright, zeros. God, what is this, like, gent sweeper? Gent. And of course the goal is to solve the entire puzzle in first person. We're not half-assing this. Alright, so that one is obviously a mine. This one here. Yep, that one's a mine. I think it's just, yeah, traveling around it. Oh man, this basically is a beginner board. So that 2, I think, is already a-okay. So this should be safe? Yeah, alright. Which means that that one is definitely not. It is really, really strange doing this in first person. Like, indescribably so. Alright, so this is where we get a little bit more interesting. How far away are we? 3 blocks. How big is this one? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 by... How many archviles teleport in? I think this actually is a beginner board from, like, you know, Windows Minesweeper. Because, yeah. Oh, duh. Sorry, don't mind me. I'm just derping like crazy right now. Just get rid of the obvious ones, I guess. Which would be... Possibly... Alright, screw it. I'm just gonna look at the map. So much easier. So, yeah. It is a 10 by 10. Alright, cool. Wait, so... It's probably... Yeah, it's probably right up there. Yeah. And it's probably the... What teleported? Huh. Alright, so yeah, there's 10 mines in this puzzle. Huh. Interesting that that's a, that was a fail. I was expecting it to be here. Obviously it wasn't. I can't really Minesweep right now. It's just... I hope you'll forgive me. Anyway, let's go ahead and see if, screw it. You know what, let's just, It is kind of funny that you're not completely hosed if... if you lose, though. So, it probably actually circles around like that. Okay, not like that. Geez, oh man, I'm not even looking at this point. I should probably consider looking. Yeah, so... Jeez, oh man. So that's a 1... 0. I like zeros. And right there. So... Nope. I think I actually touched that arch file. Yeah, so there's the 10 right there. Huh. I heard them teleport and then they just... That's weird. It must open like a separate one when you solve the puzzle or make it all the way to the end. Either way, weird. But, yep, that's just the normal exit. So who actually made that? Oops. Oh no. Spectacle. Anything but that. Oh, it's a Vortale map. Alright, of course. So anyway, is there anything different on medium, I wonder? Nah, it's just the easy puzzle. It's not possible to just... Okay, no, it wasn't. I didn't really think about that. Farewell, cruel world. Okay, that was an episode. One that we are thankfully done with. That was... Oh, geez. This recording's 3 hours long. The first one was like 45. This is going to be almost 4 hours long. Holy shit. Okay, well... Anyway, that was Minesweeper by Vortale. Played on Ultraviolence, and then, well, the other skill level, which is easy/medium. And like I said, this one's not going to be to... Well, okay, maybe I didn't say this part, I don't remember, but it's not going to be to everybody's taste, obviously. But it was pretty neat, I thought. I don't know if I'd recommend doing it more than once. Or in one sitting, for that matter. Although technically this was 2 sittings. Yeah, I'm not sure I'd recommend doing this in 2 sittings. Maybe more like 3 or 4, unless you're actually good at Minesweeper. But yeah, that was quite a trip. I gotta say. But I'm going to go ahead and leave it here. I don't think I'm going to have a video out tomorrow because yeah. This is going to be the Poogers video this weekend. I'm going to take a break after this one. I think you could understand why. But that is all for now. Thank you very much for watching. And I guess if you watch everything, I'll be back on Monday with Postmortem from Hell Revealed. That should be a fun time at least. But thanks again, guys. And especially if you managed to actually stick around this long. Take it easy.